Actually,
They fucked that up.
how do you? No. No. It's when that's playing, you can hear anything through the microphones.
Yeah.
And then I start
What were
talking.
you going to say, though?
What I was going to say is, how do you pronounce your last name?
Bolles.
Bolles?
Like fucking toilet bowls.
Okay, not Bolles, like
oh my
the
God.
glasses.
I've been called ballless as if I had no balls.
Balls.
Ballless, Mr. Ballless. I'm like, really?
Bolles.
Balls. Yeah.
I'm
Bolles.
glad you asked that. That's important.
Gary
Dude,
Bolles.
I got called G Balls as a kid.
Because I'm going to
Fucking
introduce you
unreal.
as the boy from Boston 617, Gary Bolles.
Gary Bowles.
Bowls.
Bowls.
Like
Bowl-
bowl.
like fucking cereal bowls.
Cereal bowls.
B-O-L,
Bowls.
yeah.
Bro, bowl.
Bowls, baby.
Fucking
Bowls.
kid.
The worst name ever.
All right. Ready? Hey, welcome back to another episode of Everyday Nonsense Podcast. Today we have a special guest. We got the boy from Boston, 617,
What's
Gary Bolles.
What's up? Thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
No, we really appreciate you coming.
I love this.
It's, we've been talking, back and forth and stuff, trying to plan this and set it up. And I'm so glad the time has come.
The time is fucking coming, right?
All right, let's go.
Changed a few times, but we narrowed it down.
Yeah.
So Gary, the St. Patty's Day parade. I just smoked some Gary Payton. So let me just first off say, wow, it was killer. But
I'm higher than 2 draft picks right now, so let's fucking go.
right, yeah, all right,
Yeah.
good. So now the St. Patty's Day parade.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the pictures. It seemed off the chains.
So
Off the chains, I said.
So I grew up there. I moved.
Sorry.
I moved out when I was 33, I want to say, but I stopped going to the parade in my early 20s. I was sick of it.
Yeah, of course.
But then a couple of years ago, I got to drive a trolley in it for work, and then this year, Megan from the Dot Tavern's like, "Do you want to go on the trolley? I'll give you a +1. I don't want the old man to be alone." I goes, "Oh, thanks a lot." So then the old man just walked next to a bunch of broads in the trolley. It was fucking unbelievable. I was so high. I think I had 1 Viva Seltzer. They gave us 12 seltzers for each person.
Really?
Wow.
They probably just assumed he's from Southie. He's going to fucking fall at the side, shit-faced.
No,
Oh,
right?
dude, what the fuck? Yeah, I was screaming at people. I lost my fucking voice that day.
I'm sure you did.
It was great.
I mean, I've never been to the St. Patty's Day parade.
I was pissed I didn't get to take a sip of one of those fucking Borg gallons. You see those things?
No,
That they confiscated?
No,
The
I
picture went
I
viral
unfortunately was
on the
working.
South Boston courthouse steps. All these kids called to have blackout rage gallons. It's like electrolytes and vodka and shit. All these young kids. Cops confiscated like 100 of them, and then they took a picture of it right on the courthouse stairs from the parade.
Really?
Unbelievable. I can't really say anything. I've been on the parade of mushrooms as a kid.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
like,
What are they called? What?
Borg, B-O-R-G. Look it up. It's crazy.
see, when we in Revere, when there would be like the Columbus Day parade, right?
All right, yeah, these.
We would, shave and cream.
There's the picture.
That's what
Oh,
would
there it
like.
is.
That's what would happen. You
Well,
go around shaving
yeah,
and
yeah.
creaming each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I to go all the way to South Boston and get hammered.
And not be able to walk down the street.
Well, yeah, I
You
just
cr-
didn't.
you
I
get,
never
like,
did
crushed.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a lot of fun, but like it's also a shit show.
it. Oh, I'm sure.
But
Well,
being in it is so much different. Like, you get to meet people at the.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do it, that's definitely the best
oh
way.
my God,
Yeah,
that's
like,
what I'm
I got
saying.
to meet
Like,
a bunch of creators who were so nice, like Ian Brownhill, Tommy, and Prosciutto, like Bean Shooter, Johnny Bott. There was so many people there. It was unbelievable. Like, it
Yeah.
went on and on. I was like, this is kind of cool.
oh,
that's cool.
just for the networking alone.
Yeah.
I mean, and you were driving,
Yeah. Yeah.
so it was all. You know.
yeah. So when I drove it, right, I was honestly snapping the whole time. I knew almost every cop. And then this year, I probably knew about 10 cops.
Wow.
Everyone's like, how do you know all the police? I'm like,
I'm from here.
yeah, I'm from here.
Yeah, I grew up around
Some
here.
of us grew
It's
up to
different.
be, construction workers, cops, and
Yeah.
fucking assholes like me.
Yeah, right. No
You know what I
shit.
mean?
Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. It did. It looked like a lot of fun when I was seeing all the videos and the posts and shit.
Yeah, like, so the year I drove in it a couple years ago, they had to keep stopping because of the horse shit. The
Oh, my
horses
God.
was shitting
Shitting everywhere.
so bad, they had to keep stopping. You'd be stopped for like 10 minutes, like, oh, fucking horse
They're
shit.
cleaning up.
Well, it
horse
makes
shit right
sense
now.
because I mean, what the fuck were they supposed to do? You know what I mean?
You got to see people jump off the trolley jump over the barricades, try to get in restaurants to piss, and you can't piss. Like, where are you pissing? So good luck.
Oh, right. I didn't even think of that.
I was in the last division this year. We didn't even start for an hour and a half, so I was already down there at the staging for 4 hours. The year I drove a couple of years ago, I was the first group out. It was awesome. This time, everyone was fucking hammered by the time I was walking up the street. Absolutely hammered.
Oh,
Everyone in
yeah,
the crowd.
of course.
It was great, though.
You just bring Gatorade bottles.
Yeah.
There you go. And
I
start selling them.
ate a bunch of fucking edibles, had a weed pen, probably 3 weed pens going. So, yeah.
So I'm looking at your Instagram here. Some of your videos that are more popular, I think, was what do we got here?
Oh.
This is the first one I think I've ever seen. Why am I not getting audio law?
Oh, I'm sorry.
93 North. Oh, you're making breakfast, huh? Oh, you're looking for the sausage? It's on the lowest shelf. Lower. Didn't get enough sausage last night, huh? Look at you. What's up with you? Yeah, you were fucking loud last night, huh? Whew. My mother was like, who's that in your room? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. The TV was on loud. You were fucking screaming demons. Babe, what's up for later? Well, you say you and I go down the Snowport in Southie, huh? We get a couple hot chocolates. I'll slip it right at your fucking fire box. You're a fucking naughty girl. Look at you. That's what you're wearing to cook breakfast. I haven't watched this in a while. My mother's still home. So let's talk about last night. Were you like a fucking gymnast when you were younger? The way your ankles went behind your hair, you did like a fucking somersault off my dick. I was like, yeah, highest score fucking possible. Whoa, babe, you didn't even fucking finish the sausage on your plate. Oh my God, that's a good girl. I need help. I'm glad. Seriously, I need help. Like when people film and talk to themselves like that, I think it's you, sweet. Unbelievable.
Yeah, so that was the first time I ever saw you on my algorithm. So. I don't know what I'm doing to get that on my algorithm.
So Jojo, the singer who's from here, started sharing it. And then Chef Emerald liked 6 of my videos. And then Brandon Novak from Jackass and Fever the Bam, I talking to him online. He shares them. He sends them to everybody. He goes, I'm coming to Boston. We got to meet and have coffee. He's like the coolest kid.
Yeah.
He does a lot in recovery and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like the people who started sharing it was crazy.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then people from The Wire, like 4 actors from The Wire, started liking a couple of them. It goes, this is wild.
Yeah, so it's popular. I mean, like I said, I ended up with it in my algorithm organically.
Yeah, I literally did it because I looked at my analytics and said it's like 70% male on both TikTok and Instagram. I was like, I have to do something for women because like women share, women comment. Guys are like, oh yeah, look at this. This is funny. Women will really get into it. I was like, what about like girls relating to dating? But when I did it, I had no inclination that girls would be like, this guy's hot and shit.
Well, the best.
Hot? He's a moron. But that works. I've seen my friends. That's a combination of me and so many people. I grew up with people's uncles. They would literally go up to a girl, start talking, like, I'd sniff your fart box right now. Sometimes it would work, and I'd be like, how? What is going on?
Right. I know, right? Because you wouldn't even imagine saying these type things.
So, but then the worst is like if I'm, you're with a woman and all of a sudden, like, I'm getting a little, she wants me to talk dirty. And then I do it, and she goes, that's it. That's the guy in the video. So I actually told a joke on stage the other night, and this really happened to me. This girl was like, I want you to say, look at you, what's up with you? I'm like, what, when I'm behind you? She goes, yeah. So I banged the microphone. I'm like, look at you, what's up with you? It really happened like that. She's like, I fucking love it. I'm like, this is wild.
That's awesome.
I gotta do the t-shirts. I gotta do the merch.
Yeah, it's just, it's hard. All this shit is hard. I mean,
well, it's constant. You gotta
you
be
put
consistent.
You put out so much content, bro.
I do too much, and I try to catch the algorithm when I can. It's honestly, I oversaturate it some days, but like I just have fun with it. You know what I mean? So it's like going fishing. Something catches.
Right.
If
like
you got the time to go fishing.
Yeah, I'm going to branch out. I'm going to do Boston guy with like, green screen the DMV Boston guy. Like I like to keep doing the Boston guy just because it's fun. And I'll still sequence videos because sequencing videos sometimes go off too, like an existing video.
Well, like in that video we just watched, dude, like the subtle joke, the thing that made me laugh was like you like, oh, my mother, because there's like this nationwide, Boston guy thing that guys live in their mother's basement, Revere, Boston, and so
100%.
Right. So it's like you mentioning your mother, like just subtly, just that's part of the joke, and that was what made me laugh. When you're like, my mother, I was like, oh, he lives in,
You ready for this? I moved back home, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want the girl I'm going home with at 2:30 in the morning know I'm a fucking loser. So as we're pulling up to my house, I'm like, listen, we got to be quiet. I have tenants.
I used to say a roommate.
You ready? Ready? We go in the room. I took a honey pack. My dick's fucking hotter than fucking concrete, right? She gets so loud, she's howling at the fucking moon like a coyote. My mother bangs on the wall and goes, get that whore out of this house. Hey, this girl looks at me, ready? Dead in the face. You know what she says? You let your tenant speak to you like that? Fucking kidding me? You want to hear? You want to hear a good one? Let's just riff. I went on Tinder years ago when I first got clean. Right, I was sober. I met a nurse. She worked at South Shore Hospital. So we talked for like 2 weeks on FaceTime. We couldn't really get together on a scheduled date. Right? She goes, "Just come over to my house. I feel like I know you, but bring a small pizza." Now we were talking dirty in a couple weeks on FaceTime, like show me this, show me that. You know, flirting. She was really hot. You know, I go over her house. She opens the door. This is a true fucking story. She takes the pizza out of my hand, frisbees it across the fucking thing, shuts the door, throws me up against it, proceeds to go down on me until completion, gets up, wipes her mouth, and goes, "Tastes kind of sweet. I think you might be pre-diabetic."
What the fuck?
Hold on. You just took me to the best moment of my fucking life. I feel like I walked into a fucking porn set.
Right.
And then my insecurity, my self-esteem, like my low self-esteem, like, are you fucking serious right now?
You're pre-diabetic.
Hey, you ready for this? Someone's like, was she right? I was borderline.
I was just going to ask you.
So I started calling
Pretty
her.
accurate.
You ready for this? I go back 2 nights later after saying I'm not going back to this crazy broad. We end up fucking this time, right? Goes all night. I wake up in the middle of the night. She's timing my breathing. She goes, "I think you have sleep apnea." I jumped out of bed. I goes, "Easy there, dick whisperer. I don't know what you do at South Shore Hospital, fucking low cholesterol, high blood pressure, but I'm not a fucking guinea pig. Go back to medical school." And that's a true story. And there was a punchline I added to that. I added a joke to it. I said I was going to go back to her house the 3rd time, but I was afraid she would have licked my balls and told me I had 3 weeks to live. But I call her the dick whisperer. And when I told that story on the stage, she goes, "And you didn't have me and my friends there?" She was so mad. Like, I stayed in touch with her.
Was she a nurse?
Yeah, she still is a nurse.
And
She's
right
not
there.
there anymore,
She's
by
in
the
the
way,
medical
guys. So
field.
don't go to South Shore Hospital and be like, my fucking ankle's killing me. Where's fucking so-and-so? She's not there.
No, she don't work there no more.
No, she's off to better and bigger things.
Nice. So you know the other video that popped.
I finally found. I want you to know something real quick. I finally found where all the buttons are. All right, so now I
that's
can
great.
pay a little more attention to what we're saying instead of trying
This
to
whole
listen.
time you were trying to find buttons.
See, that's what this. Hey, that's why I wear sunglasses.
So for everyone out there listening, a lot of marijuana was had between some of us, and this is what happens. We're just fucking looking to push buttons. Honestly, if I seen all those colors in front of me, I'd be pushing fucking buttons too if I was high.
I'm doing the best I can.
That's unbelievable.
Right, you know what I mean? Thank
I
you.
would like to do that I had a Staples button on my bed one time. That was easy. When I come fast because I was embarrassed.
When you do what?
I just hit the Staples button. That was easy. I want to sound like that though. Like chimes.
Oh, you can do that. I'm done.
I need that. For my ego, I need that.
Yeah, it'd
Big
be
time.
good. Just somebody. Listen, it stinks being the guy.
When
who
I
really
bomb on a joke on stage, that's what I tell myself. They're fucking loving it. I hear the clapping. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I mean. That's why I got the drums when a good one, and then I got the trombone when it's a bad one. You know what I mean? I've been trying to find the page that has all these on it.
Yeah.
So that's why I've kind of been a little spacey.
Yeah.
My bad. Kevin Spacey.
Kevin's, we don't want to talk about it.
No, maybe Christopher Walken's.
So, what are you doing? You're on everyday nonsense, talking bullshit with these fellas. The Italians you won't get out of the basement, you fuck. Ever since I was a little boy, I knew not to go into a basement. But Italian Americans from the North Shore, you just don't come out. Roast beef this, pasta this, my grandmother's recipe. These fuckers don't stop.
That's good.
That was awesome, right out of nowhere. No, well, listen, this is like some of the funny things. You put out so much stuff, and there's so many different. Listen, it takes so much balls to put out stuff that maybe you don't even know. Like you might not even feel that great about it. Like me, I put out whatever because I think it's funny, and that's why I ask the guys to their opinion. You know what I mean? But I put out less because I'm trying to put out. But the truth is, what do I know?
Right.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going
on.
You know,
I grew up on like sitcom comedy. So like when some people tell me, oh, it's low hanging fruit, like I had a comedian say it to me and I was like, yeah, I know. Thank you.
Thanks.
I'll
take that.
It's not always, but that's part of what my comedy is. I don't do all dick jokes and stuff on stage and on Instagram and whatever, but like I like, that's what I grew up with, inappropriate shit. And
it's funny.
Like married with children and shit like that. You know
Me
what I
too.
mean?
I love
one
that.
of the
Fucking
best
Living
shows.
Color, Saturday
Right.
Night Live.
Al Bundy.
Al Bundy,
Yeah.
like, you know, that's literally my dad.
Really? Yeah. So your dad does social media too, huh?
No,
So
that's the fucking.
He gets recognized almost as much as me around
Is
here.
this in your videos?
It's because it's unbelievable.
And he's a riot.
He's hysterical.
One of my favorite ones was when you were doing a show and you were like, Dad, and I might be, obviously I should be wrong, but you were like, Dad, tell everybody where they can see me. And he's like, you want to go see my retarded son?
Yeah.
Make a fucking ass of himself.
He goes, you want to see this dickhead? Waste your money seeing this dickhead. I'm like, yeah, thanks, Dad. I appreciate it. You know what he always tells me?
For all the unresolved childhood trauma that gave you a career.
100%. He just hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what it is. I started therapy last year. I do it every other week.
Nice.
She's like, oh, your trauma makes you funny. I'm like, you're fucking telling me. It's literally how it is. He always says the best part of you dripped down my leg.
Oh,
That's what my dad always says to me. It's fucking nuts.
Thanks, Pop.
He's a retired captain from South Bay.
Oh, okay,
And
nice.
Tough job.
and I'm the ex-con black sheep, so I'd go golf with my brother-in-law, who was a cop in C6 in Southie, my dad and me. It's the funniest mixture
of course.
fucking people. But they're crazier than I am.
Well, the
You got to be a
stories.
fucked up fuck to do Boston shit.
You have to be fucked up. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, that the content with your dad in it, then that would make a lot of sense about your funny content when you do getting pulled over.
Yeah.
And you're telling the cops.
All right,
that
so
you're banging their wives.
So listen, I have so many cop friends and shit that I grew up with and all that I've met over the years. But like I'd get pulled over. I was fucked up for years. I get pulled over. Why you come out of this alleyway? Why this? And sometimes you'd have a cop who was a fucking asshole, and sometimes you'd have like a reasonable cop. But I would literally, my fucking wise ass mouth got me thrown in the back of a municipal police cruiser. They turned up the heat when it was fucking 80 degrees out in the summer because I couldn't stop mouthing off. He's like, yeah, you like that? I'm like, your fucking wife will like it. So it's like based on shit that I either wanted to say. It's almost like Larry David. You watch Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Love it.
He's my spirit animal. He's showing you what you want to say in public. Sometimes I can't fucking help it, and I will just say it, and it'll get my mouth in trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have a video, but one of your popular videos. I don't know which. I know you've done multiple, but this is, I think, one of your more.
My
Is this
cousin
more
Kendra.
recent? Yeah, let me get that.
What are we gonna do?
Just hide this shit.
Why is it starting muted?
All right, tuck your nuts. Here he comes.
Hi, officer. How's it going?
You're in a bit of a rush back there. What's the hurry, pal?
Oh, your mother texted me 911-696.
Get the fuck out of the car, you little maggot.
That got 3.7 million views. I couldn't believe it.
That's great, right there.
And then I did another one where I said to the cop, "Easy there, blue bloods." The comments because of the blue bloods.
Yeah. Oh, right.
It was incredible.
Listen, it's the comments like catching on and people getting into the. I mean,
Well, I see it. Like, shout out to so many creators who do Boston content, whether they're not from here or not, and faking accents. I got over that whole thing for a while. It bothered me, but like, you know what? They're all doing their thing. They're all like making some of it. I think it's so fun to see all these different people approach it.
right.
But I said to myself, like, why wouldn't I just play like an exaggerated me? It's pretty much fucking me. I
Right.
mean,
Right.
Yeah.
I in public, I'll talk to fucking anybody. Like I riff and whatever. But like, it's so many people. I'm like, these people will laugh at this. Like, everyone can relate. You get pulled over by a cop. You have an overzealous cop. Like, what are you doing? Reach. I'm like, easy there, fucking Rambo. I'm getting my ID. Jesus Christ. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I just like fucking around.
No, I get it.
Normally I wouldn't. If the cops pulled me over, I'd be nervous that my car may smell like marijuana. So I wouldn't be as ballsy to tell the cop that, hey, Terminator. You know what I mean? Like, take it easy.
Hey, I'm on Morrissey Boulevard in my 20s, right? And I have a flat tire. A steady comes up to help us. I'm in the car. The car stinks like weed. I spray the Ozium real quick. He comes up. He goes, "You really think that works, you fucking moron?"
Yeah, right.
He ended up letting us go. He goes, "You lucky you pulled over." He goes, "Take your shit and go smoke in your mom's basement." I was like, "Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Stay police."
The best. They didn't want to do the paperwork.
Exactly.
You know, hey, it's all good. Now look, now it's legal.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah,
now it's
yeah.
legal. So who cares?
Now I have it in every fucking pocket.
Right? No shit. But another funny bit I saw that I really thought was hilarious was your DMs. You posted the DMs you got from like these dented cans.
So I'll get like spam ones and then I'll get real ones.
Right.
It's the most insane.
Your replies are fucking hysterical.
I can't help myself. I honestly can't help myself.
The things that you say back.
I posted with someone on a story the day, me and another guy, and a girl sent me Eiffel Tower picture.
Really?
Oh, good and you?
So she was,
Hey,
They come on
do
so
not
strong.
Listen, do not send any pictures of your junk back to them.
Let me
I
tell
tell
you
you this
something.
from experience.
Let me tell you something.
I did it. Hold on.
75,000 people have seen my junk. Probably.
So with the wiggle, we see your dick wiggling
You know what happened? I lost 70-something pounds, right? Taking one of those diet shots.
You're going to say you
a
lost
year ago.
followers.
No. So I lost 70-something pounds, and I said, as long as I don't start doing shirtless fucking selfies in the bathroom, but I became insufferable anyways.
Instead, worse. You did now you do with the shirt and your boxer briefs.
I've had the DMs. I've had one buddy I grew up with. He goes, "Why are you walking around with a cup in your house?" Another buddy's, "This kid got a wrench on him." My wife, thanks. My wife sent it to her friends. You're a fucking asshole. I've heard.
Listen. The truth is, everybody's content, it's not for everybody. And you have so many different things that you do that if that's not for you, it might be for girls and it's fun.
Yeah,
it's a good
I just try to have fun with it. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, good
like,
for you.
Wait, what if I start hosting bingos? You know what I mean? We'll go to the ladies, like people, 40 plus fucking bingos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no shit.
Well, yeah.
Who knows?
When she has you watching too much White Lotus.
Oh my
God.
God.
That's relatable. Any guy who's married or has a girlfriend, you're watching White Lotus.
Earlier today had a White Lotus rundown. I saw the first season. I haven't seen the second and the third one, but the third one's going viral for a couple reasons. The woman Parker Posey doing her accent and live, love, lorazepam instead of live, love, laugh. She's like all fucked up like Rich Housewife.
Yeah,
and then Walton Goggins and Sam Rockwell have one of the darkest scenes.
I
just watched the monologue of it.
Oh, I've been watching the season, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
Sam Rockwell's unreal.
Yeah, he is. He's incredible.
Dude's won like 2 Oscars. He's hysterical in it. But that show's dark as shit.
It's dark,
It's going viral crazy.
It's funny. I haven't seen a single episode of a single season.
I never saw it.
Yeah,
the that's a theme here. Dave hasn't seen very much.
Nothing. Other than like John, what was that guy that was the director of all those movies? Breakfast Club and 16.
Oh, John Landis. John Hughes.
No, John Hughes.
John Hughes.
Other than John Hughes movies,
love John
he
Hughes.
hasn't seen much.
That was when I was like, a teenager,
Yeah.
Pre-teen, really.
Pre-working. And then
Whatever,
And then once you started DJing, then you were out until it was time to go to school. Then
but now I don't have cable.
Yeah.
You're better off.
Right?
Honestly, you're better off. The fucking news, everything is just.
I don't watch the news really.
I try not to. Why ruin your day?
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
I just want
Yeah.
go about my life.
Go about your shit, exactly.
You know what? Honest to God, I really only watched. I look for a lot of like topics because I try to think of topics like current events.
Yeah.
To talk about for the podcast, you know, things that are going on. But other than that, I got my head down. Like I'm just trying to get through my day.
I told you the one thing that's pissing me off about what's going on in the world right now, right? The tariffs.
What?
The fucking tariffs.
Yeah.
I bang
Just
single
in
mothers.
general?
I bang single mothers, right? And I leave with a fucking Lunchable. I was saying it online. I leave with a Lunchable. I leave with a fucking fruit roll up. Anything you can think of, right? Tariffs hit. I get a fucking pretzel rod and 1 juice box per visit. Everything's limited. So fuck you and the tariffs, all right? Fucking Cheeto dick. Unbelievable. Fucking, they just said foreign cars going to cost 15 to 20 grand more. American cars going to cost 8 to 10 more. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing then?
I know things.
I thought the American ones would go down.
Oh, yeah, like a hooker in heat. They're not going down. They're going up.
Oh, because now they're like, you want to buy an American because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
So we're going to raise the price.
You know what's-
Actually, the supply chain is very complex for every manufacturer. It doesn't matter if it's Jeep or whoever it is. There was a big long list of everybody that was going to bang you like 8,000 an invoice on cars now. American car makers, everybody.
You got to buy used.
Used cars are going to go up.
Everything.
Really?
Imagine.
Yeah. So enjoy your tariff.
Yeah. Enjoy your
I
time.
gotta, you know,
I know.
I don't know.
Hey, so when I show up and I don't wear condoms, you know why?
Can't afford them.
I can't afford them. You don't want to give me snacks. I don't want to. I guess I go.
Listen,
herpes.
you know, speaking of condoms, so I thought I was supposed to get, I was going to say circumcised, snipped, my vasectomy.
You didn't do it?
Could imagine getting circumcised.
No, it wasn't. No. So,
You got bumped?
no, I guess I had the days wrong. It's the 15th, not the 1st.
No.
Did you show up?
No, thank God.
That would have been hilarious. He shows up.
Because
he's
I
like,
didn't
Johnny,
get,
like,
like-
what the fuck are you doing here?
Because normally, you get that call like the
May I ask how many kids you have?
Confirmation?
one and done.
Oh, and snip.
Yeah.
Usually when you do the snip, it's like my uncle had 3 snip. People have 4 snip. People
Right.
have 5 snip. And then you got the Duggar family. They should have fucking snipped 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Where they got 27 kids.
I don't know.
Does she
Do
ever
they?
set up? Oh, they got 20 kids. She hasn't sat up in fucking 20 years.
Think of how many
Where are
times.
they
Take a break.
from?
Yeah, take a
Think
break.
of how long
Go
she's
for a
been
walk.
pregnant.
Oh my
Go for a
God.
walk.
Like, yeah. So what you figure 2 every
You got to have bed sores.
Year and a half, you're doing 2.
Unbelievable.
Bed sore.
It's unbelievable.
Laying down all the time. Yeah.
Duggar family.
And they
19
come
kids and
off as
counting.
wholesome. Are you
Who the
really
fuck are the
wholesome when
Duggars?
you're fucking beating skins that much? I mean, it's good for you. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for it, but not the kid part. No
No.
offense.
17.
No,
No,
I'm
it's
too
not.
selfish.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. So we had one. We're happy. She's good. She's
Yeah, that's
awesome.
amazing.
We love her.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
And this all started from the condom thing. I don't want to wear condoms,
yeah.
and I don't want to have another one. So I almost feel like a woman, like a girl, where every time I'm gonna come, I gotta stop. You know what I mean? Like that's what I feel terrible because that's what it's like for most women. Every time they're about to come, we come, and then they don't get to come.
I had a girl one time go, you don't
So
need,
now
you
that's
don't
what
need a
it's like for me.
condom. I said, what do you mean? She goes,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna your aura. I said, oh, get the fuck out of here. Like
Oh, yeah, I gotta
Reiki and
go.
shit. No, she started holding her hands.
The
Well,
Reiki
tantric.
bitches.
She's telling me she's gonna make me come without touching me. I'm like, listen, David Blaine, this isn't fucking going down. I don't know what you're doing. Fucking pulls out a crystal that's like this. I goes, where's that going? The tower things. I'm like, I got it off of TikTok Live. I'm like, yeah, good. I gotta go. Talk to you later. The fuck? No disrespect. Reiki's pretty cool. I'm kind of into it.
Really?
Yeah, it's nice. Any of that placebo
Those-
shit makes you feel better. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
go
but
for
those
it.
stones are expensive too.
I
Like,
know.
it's
Fucking
crazy
crazy.
how expensive
Yeah.
those
Crazy.
are. They're supposed to do stuff.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like I'm in a fucking Ouija room when someone does it. Like there's like 90 candles. You know what I mean? I'm like, who's coming out of the fucking from behind the curtain?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been to a few massage parlors before. So
I've
it's kinda
never-
sketchy.
I've never done it. Me and my buddy.
No?
I've never done it.
Oh, it's
me,
awesome.
Me and my buddy who used to do them. We
Yeah.
were behind a Dunkin' Donuts, and this woman came out of the nail place. She was throwing trash. He goes, "Hey, honey, come over here 1 second." He goes, "You do rub and tug?" She goes, "Oh, no." He goes, "All right, maybe next time, huh?" He's like, I gotta go for it. He goes, "Gotta go for what?" He goes, "Oh yeah, I go get rub and tugs." He goes, "What do you mean?" He goes, "I take showers." I'm like, "Oh, all right, buddy, that's good." Little Robert Kraft.
Yeah, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
some places do, some places
Yeah.
don't.
Do you know why
They
I
won't
can't
tell
do
you
it? You know
outside.
why I can't do that? No one's gonna jerk me off better than me. Nobody.
I don't know.
Nobody. I'm fucking unbelievable.
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I won't accept a hand job.
No.
I'll shut it right the fuck down. They would have to be a wizard with their hands or something. The girl would have to be like a
Think how many they're doing a day. They're pretty good.
I know that. Yeah, that's true. That's
They're
true.
pretty good.
Yeah, until they have fucking carpal tunnel and they get a fucking bowl and wrist out.
Like I know I do my job quick so I can hurry up and be done. Right? So I'm because I want
you
to
should have pressed the button after that.
You know what I mean?
There you
Yeah,
go.
but so I mean, I'm assuming the same with them. Anyway,
So you've been doing a
hilarious.
lot of stand up now, right? Are you doing more of it more often?
I started last year. I did a couple open mics, and then I got to know Will Noonan. Shout out to my sensei at Capo. Kid's unbelievable. He's all over the place. He's been doing it for like 20 years. I got to know him, and I started doing it in Southie because I love it. It's like looks like a speakeasy downstairs. It's like a prohibition style like basement. This is a lot of fun, you know. But I was scared. I wanted to do it for a while, and
I can imagine.
I would shit my pants at the dot. I flaked. One time I go to Giggles a couple of years ago, and then I'm like, I have to. So I started doing it. You know, I do 5 to 7 minutes, and I've gone up to 10 minutes. I did it more this year than last year, but it's a lot of fun. It's scary still. Some nights I go up on them, and some nights I'm like, oh shit.
yeah,
It's shaking, you know?
yeah.
You gotta push yourself.
I get nervous every time we're gonna record because you know all the factors. But I mean, like, there's nobody here watching us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's there's nobody here to laugh at the joke to let us
Yeah,
know
yeah.
if I'm doing good or not.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, but I would be so
Sometimes
like 5 minutes is a long fucking time.
it
Yeah.
honestly is. It
Yeah,
is.
to get
You
up
know,
there.
But once I compare it to golf. I golf sometimes, and all you need is like a good shot or two, and you come back. Anything in life, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like you come back.
right.
You get a few laughs. It's so addicting. I've talked other people into doing it, and I'm watching people like kill it early on. Like it's been awesome just to get in that community a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get to know a lot of these people. Like I hosted at Dot Tavern. The girl Megan asked me, and so all these people came on. Anthony Varela, Nobody Cares Anthony, Sonia Priest, Logan O'Brien, Dorothy, like all these people came. And then Lee Syed came, Joey Diaz's buddy and podcast partner.
Oh wow,
Stop by.
that's
Now,
awesome.
Hey, the bar looks like Roadhouse, right? It's 70% people who don't want comedy, but they're not heckling. They're just talking real loud. So it was unbelievable. What an
Nice.
experience.
Yeah, it must be.
And now,
Nice.
and now Will asked me to host a taping special for him and Andrew Breen at Club Cafe, April 28th. Doing a plug right there. You can get
Nice.
tickets on Eventbrite. It's going to be hysterical.
Oh,
Um,
no, the wrong buttons. Shit. Hold on, I'm gonna see where that right. No, never mind. Go ahead. Forget me.
Yeah, like I'm just getting into the groove of it a little bit, and I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, but the hosting thing's kind of fun too, because the hosting, the pressure isn't as much on you. You just kind of warm up the crowd.
Right. Yeah,
Where's it gonna be again?
It's going to be at Club Cafe on Columbus Ave in Boston. Yeah, it's
I'm kidding.
just so we know, it's actually known as a gay hangout. It's a big gay club. I've been there before. People were awesome. I went there with a girl, and she took me to watch karaoke. How about I didn't know it was a gay bar? I'm in there, right? And I saw a couple girls, so I didn't think nothing. A few guys keep looking at me, and then one guy comes up to me. He's like, "I fucking love your videos." Oh, I was like, "Oh my gosh." He goes, "Gary, you're in a gay bar." I'm like, "What?"
She
So
never
that's the
told
place
you?
we're doing the special. Never told. I was stoned out of my fucking face.
I got a
I was
funny
hitting the
story,
hash
too.
rosin pen. I'm in there. I literally didn't know. It was like Police Academy when they walk in the Blue Oyster.
The
Have you ever
best.
seen that movie?
Yeah,
What the fuck? Love the assless chaps and all that shit. I'm like, no, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
So I'm going on this date with this girl, right? It's first date. And I really, was like, anyway. So she says to me, I want to bring you to this place that I go to a lot. It's a nice place, and I want to see how you handle it. And I'm like, handle it? What's it, a gay bar? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, I don't care about that. I was like, as long as we go in there and you make it known that I'm not gay and that I'm there with you, I says, I don't care. I love gay people. I get along with everybody. And then we ended up going in there, and the first thing she did was she ended up kissing me at the bar.
I was just going to say
to
that's
let everybody know, and we had a great time. But you walked in the place, you would have had no idea other than the fact that it was all men there besides her.
I'll tell
She
you
was
what,
the only woman.
that still might not stop him. You know what I mean?
The
kiss?
I got.
I would stay kissing like, hey. Yeah,
she came with me in the bathroom. Just, back up.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
only kidding.
okay, yeah.
No, I'm only kidding. No, she came because that's who we.
Hey, can you
we
believe that's the thing?
proceeded.
Remember they caught that, I don't know if you guys remember this, they caught a senator years ago. He was tapping his foot under the stall, and he did it to an undercover cop, and he got arrested.
No, I've
way.
heard
You know
that.
what's crazy?
I always thought that was
voting,
an urban legend.
He was voting anti-gay legislation and everything. And he was trying to, I remember reading that. I'm like, oh shit, bathroom stall.
What about this other?
So the foot tap's a real thing, huh?
Yeah.
What about this other official that got caught with the brothels? I saw a thing today. It had a list of all the different
Or they
brothels.
shut them down.
Yeah, there was like 3 in Cambridge.
Oh, Cambridge, right?
Yeah, there was
So when
Needham.
the Robert Kraft thing happened, they had a website that gave like reviews to the best rub and tugs.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how many were in Quincy and Braintree.
Yeah.
I think Quincy had the most in the whole entire
Really?
state, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. But they all got their spot blown up.
Yeah, I've never done that. Never done that before.
No,
No, he hasn't. I have.
yeah.
Because it just makes the massage that much better. It really does. 'Cause it's like I'm sure it
does.
Well, no, because, so picture this. You're
That's
like,
the greatest explanation ever. Coming just makes it better. I mean, the happiest ending fucking possible. What are you talking about?
listen, my wife knows that I used to do
Happiest
this,
ending.
so I can be honest, right? From a guy.
yeah.
So you get this massage from this
The way
woman.
you said that is like I'm over here lying. to
No,
my
I'm
brother.
not saying. I'm just trying to say
never-
that I can be honest, and my wife knows. I've cheated. She doesn't watch the podcast really anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Thank
Regardless, so after you've been massaged and you're completely relaxed, and in the back of your head, you know you're gonna get whacked off, right? So now you're like, all right. You flip over for her to massage your front, and here you go, bang, like this. And she
you're
knows.
describing
Let
what's
me
up.
ask you something. Is she looking away? Is she locking eyes?
Well, here's the thing: 9 out of 10 times, more like 10 out of 10 times, they're old. They're old.
What did I tell you? Risk out, a Bowen risk out for the carpal tunnel. trying to
So
tell you.
you kind of have your eyes closed. At least I do.
This is unbelievable. This is
So now they finish you off, and then while you're there relaxed, and they got the towel, the warm towel
yeah.
on top, then they start massaging the front of you. It's incredible. It's worth the extra.
You know what's funny though?
$60,
Like,
I think.
I got a thing for the older, like,
Then you'll keep your eyes open. I have some places you can go
like stepmom porn
and not get in trouble.
Stepmom porn, like Alexis Fox. I don't know if you know who she is.
No.
I'm friends with her on Instagram. Oh my god, she's hysterical. But I was talking about going to do skits with her. She goes, "Yeah, why don't you come out and do the other film too?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Talk to my people, get tested." I fucking chickened out.
Why?
I'm about to be 44. Imagine me traveling the country and then fucking other people see it like, oh, we want to work with you too. Oh, Houston, Dallas, Miami, fucking swinging dick. My fucking knees crack when I get up out of bed. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna stop. Don't get me wrong. I can still move even better now that I lost the weight. But like, you know what I mean? Can I keep my shirt on? Like these
Yeah,
are
but for
questions.
how
I'm gonna-
long without pulling something?
Oh, dude.
It's nothing when you get that Charlie horse.
You ready for
feeling.
this? True story.
My shirt on.
True story. Last November, I got my dick broken and my heart broken in the same week.
Ah, it's terrible.
Imagine.
So,
Hey, legit. I told that on stage too. There was like a fucking table, like 20 Beth Israel nurses. When I told, I goes, you ever have
Did
that
they all
walk
go,
into the ER?
"Ah."
2 of them raised their hand. Broken dicks.
Really?
Oh, and I went to the urologist. He goes, it actually happens just non-sexual too, blah, blah, blah. I goes, yeah, I was going hard in the paint, though. It was a little much.
It's going hard.
And then I found out I was being cheated on in the same week. So I got my heart broken and my dick broken the same week.
It's a sad story.
And that's what got me to do the Boston guy videos. Believe it or not. That's that bullshit. D, that's hysterical.
Which video would you say?
So I forget, I think it was when I was in the car and I had the hat hanging off my head. I can't remember which video it was.
Wow.
And I was, I goes, you like this hoodie? My mother bought it for me. And I was just like making all these jokes and it like took off. That's when I was looking at my analytics. I had so much time on my hands. I had to break up. I was like, I got to go back and stand up and kind of hit both. That's what I've been doing. You know?
Listen, it gives you the material, like, and you know, you never know what's gonna hit and what's gonna be funny or not. Like, that's, I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine like
Have to come up with stuff,
so,
you know. and-
Yeah,
so
like
I'll
the
tell you,
stress.
it's a good one. Me and Anthony Varela got invited by Ricky Antonellis, Christian Trotta, and headliner Marlon Baker, this dude from Brockton.
Shout out to all those guys.
Yeah, big shout out to those guys.
So
They
Oh
all
my
do
God.
stand
Thank
up.
God you have your headphones on.
They were all unbelievable. We got invited to go do stand up on a Tuesday night at the Fisherman's Club in the North End, right? So Ricky calls me. He's like, listen, I got this thing. I got a couple of Tucci guys. We had you. He goes, it'll be fucking beautiful. You'll fucking do this thing. What do you think? I goes, I think the way you're talking to me, it sounds like some vague fucking mob shit. And if I say no, I'm going to end up in the fucking Charles River. So I agree.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm walking up the street, right? And it's in a basement door and I see people outside smoking all this shit. I'm like, I'm getting fucking whacked. So I said, you know how you look both ways crossing the street? I did that and I looked into the fucking car for a bomb after.
Yeah, right.
We went in there. Oh my God, it was the most fun. Unbelievable.
Blast, right?
So much fun. It was like 40 people in the basement. I was like, I can't wait to do that again. You never know who your audience is going to be because sometimes like a couple, I'm talking to young kids. So I try to make jokes from everything about fucking Zen pouches to they're on DraftKings instead of pay attention to their fucking girls. You guys are on 6 fucking gambling apps. I wouldn't want to fuck you either. You're losing money on the fucking Celts, the socks. I know people who are up in the middle of the night doing fucking Japanese softball in the middle of the night. It's like, I just won $600. I goes, hey, you know what? You're going to lose fucking 6,000 once you chase that high. I will not have a gambling app on my fucking phone.
No, I'm
But the
not a
young
gambler.
kids-
That's how I win, by not doing it.
I've actually had girls hit me up, my GMs who are like in their 20s. I'm like, I could be your father. You have daddy issues? No, I love my dad. I'm like, then what's going on? She's like, the dating pool's tough.
Brad, imagine.
Dating
Really?
pool's tough now. Yeah, I don't know if they all wear essential hoodies and fucking boat shoes. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Like you said, they're paying attention to other shit.
Yeah.
My kid brother was essential.
But I also had a lady fucking send me a video with a sleep, what do you call those CPAP machines on her face? She looked like fucking.
Wait, back up. What's an essential hoodie?
I see a lot of young kids wearing these essential hoodies. I've seen probably
He said
tens
his,
of
brother,
them.
his younger brother wears it.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's this brand I
Nick
keep
wears
seeing
them.
amongst the youngsters.
They're really nice and expensive and in style,
Yeah.
but it's I don't know. I don't.
Oh, I got comments. I'll do like polls in my story sometimes. Like, what do you think about the drip, the fit? You don't know how many girls like, you dress like my uncle. I'm like, oh, thank you. She's like, you're so handsome, but you dress like my uncle. I'm like, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, right.
I guess it depends on what happened with her uncle. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Hilarious.
Hey, I got a joke, right? I said, anyone else? I look at the audience. I'm like, anyone out there ever have a crazy uncle? Hands go up. Oh, I had a crazy uncle. I goes, I had a great uncle. He used to come over, do magic tricks, bring us for ice cream. He was the best. He pretty much came and went as he pleased, which wouldn't have been an issue except for where he came. And then I let the audience go, ooh, pause. I'm like, no, it's okay. My brother was his favorite. I dodged that fucking bullet. So dark.
It's good though. That's what comedy's supposed to be.
You got to
Like,
try. You got to like
shock,
throw
too.
shit at them and then see
So,
how what
so I
bounces.
really did drive back from a date one time, and a girl asked me, she's like, how old were you when you lost virginity? I was like 16. She was like, oh my God, me too. And she literally did ask me. She was like, well, where were you? I goes, camping. She goes, oh, mine was in a car. She goes, who are you camping with? I was like, the Boy Scouts. I literally said that. I just like fucking with people.
That's funny.
I
though.
torture people.
The saying the sarcastic stuff,
Yeah.
but delivering it in a way where you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
So he
it gets
spoke
you.
about trauma. My sister died of breast cancer in 2017. For the first 3 years, I was just non-existent. I shut down, right?
Sorry.
No, thank you. When I crawled out of it, I made money on Snapchat doing Spotlight. They were like giving away a lot of money in 2021. I kind of started to crawl out of my shell, and then I'm like, I used that trauma to like, everything became a joke.
Right.
I try to take nothing seriously.
Yeah.
Like, life's too short, and I
No,
don't.
It's hard. You have to
You know what I
find
mean?
humor in
I-
everything if you can. I mean,
I'm lucky enough where I don't have children, and I can kind of do what the fuck I want and go out and do stuff. And I want to start traveling, doing comedy, maybe in the Northeast, and then try to go more and more because Why the fuck not?
I give you a lot of credit, like we were saying, man. Getting up on stage, it's definitely difficult.
Yeah.
We said it before in the podcast. A lot of credit to someone who's going to get up there and give it a shot.
It's weird when you walk in places and you don't know people and you got to kind of make friends and whatever. And it's like, it's a scary thing. And then you're like,
of course.
Hey, you're up next. Remember, don't go over the light, this and then. I'm like, shit.
What light?
Here we go. Oh, like if you have 5 minutes, it's like a capo, I get 7 minutes. At a glove box, everyone gets 5 minutes and there'll be a light, it'll be green. Like a glove box, yellow. And then red means like wrap it up. You know what I mean? You don't want to go over the light. I was told that by a few comedians, you know?
It's like a respect thing because you're taking time from, and it trickles down.
Speaking of which, guys,
April
25th, 3 days before my hosting event, Chelmsford Center for the Arts, me, Janelle Draper, and a few other comedians will be doing a show too.
No way.
I just got added to it today.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and I guess they sell it a lot too, so it should be fun. I can't wait to see.
How long did you set on something like that?
Huh?
How long is your set on something
So
like
it's
that?
funny you just said that. I said, what should I put together? She goes, just put, 5 to 7 or whatever. Put together 7 in case, And I have different combinations of my jokes, and sometimes I riff, and I've read from my phone, which can be fun, but you don't want to lose connection with the audience. But like, I can do it to a point where I'm acting it out. Like I read some of I wrote skits that I didn't post on Instagram, and I'll just tell them, and then I'll mix it with other stuff. But it's funny.
If you were heckling yourself, somebody was.
So
somebody was
I posted a video.
phone.
It got like 20, maybe 20, 30,000 views. It was a nurse was getting up as I was coming on, and she goes, "Boo." I goes, "Boo. Who the fuck you talking to, you overworked nurse? Go home and watch a fucking Lifetime movie, will you?" The crowd lost it, and sure enough, guess what she was?
A nurse.
Nurse.
The whole table of medical professionals. They were PAs, and I was like, "Yep, I fucking
You
know
hit it
my
right
nurse."
on the head?
I told you, nurses.
That's it, right?
I don't date teachers either. I fucked up in bed one time. She goes, "Go in the next room and write 'I'm sorry' 100 times and look in the fucking corner." I'm like, "You people are fucking out of control. I don't know what your fetishes are about." I fucked a girl in Salem one time, right? Her cat kept coming in and licking my ass as I'm trying to fuck her. I'm like, all right, this is getting out of control. I swiped the cat away. On the third time, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to finish. Not that bad. You know what I mean? You know what she tells? You know what she tells me the cat is? The cat is her dead grandma.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Get out.
I was
She's
like,
like, she like, that.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this real?
Yeah, Wiccan. She's this is legit.
Crazy.
I shit my pants.
I would have been like, I'm out of here.
Hey, I went from worried about is my car in a safe spot to I am in a fucking safe
Am I in a
spot.
safe spot?
Do you know what I mean? Like when
Yeah.
you go in the bathroom, the windows have bars over it. I'm like, what is this? The fucking people under the stairs? I'm not gonna walk. It's like this in the basement. Like these guys are Italian. They're taking me in the basement. Sorry to fucking think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I'd be like,
I've been in 2 basements with.
you
Yeah,
know
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
right.
saying. I'm not walking out of here. How funny is it that so many people think I'm from the North Shore because of the videos, because of the way I like deliver it? and
Well,
stuff?
because listen, the
And
way
I do
we
a lot
talk,
of jokes about
you
the
hear
North
how
Shore.
we talk. That's
I
how
love
you
that.
talk.
I went to Savio. My senior year, I had to leave Boston because it closed. It was like I was like a freshman senior in East Boston, and my mother worked at East Boston High for like 10 years or 15 years or whatever. I love the North Shore. I love Italian people.
Oh yeah, well I mean, going
I
to
relate to
school there
them
too.
the most, more than anything.
Yeah,
And so what I would do is I would just start parroting them and acting like them, and then they all thought I was just so fucking funny. Like I had a kid who flipped out on steroids I went to high school with. He fucking threw the chair through a window because he got gum in his coat. He's the one who put the coat over the chair. He's like, "Fucking motherfucker, you son of a fuck." And I was like, "Oh, Pepe, it was you should probably cut that name out." He just found me on Instagram from one of the videos.
no
The same
way.
kid, I swear to God. I was like, I'm glad you're alive. We're alive because a lot of us went through crazy shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. A lot
But
of
I used
people,
to.
yeah.
The funny thing is, when you grew up in Southie, if you saw a girl, like guys would be hanging in the corner, be like, "Oh, I'd hit that." In Eastie around that time, they'd be like, "Yeah, I throw it in a couple, 2-3 times." I'm like, "What, you throw it in? Or what the fuck are you gonna throw in it? What are we doing here?" "Yeah, I throw it in. I fucking,
know.
you're dead ragging, kid. You're dead ragging. You're not gonna fucking do it. You're dead ragging." I love that shit.
Sailor.
Yeah. Fucking kidding me?
Yeah, we'd say the best fucking things. Hilarious.
Oh.
No, I mean it was the times too. It was good.
Dude,
The
BBC
slang.
foam on my shoes. Are you kidding me?
Like-
I'm a beach club.
we grew up in a fucking crazy era.
And with no cameras, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
really,
Yeah.
and the drugs weren't cut with stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You couldn't die necessarily.
Yes.
Like you
Yes.
said, the biggest thing is that people weren't walking around with their phones recording everything. It was
I know.
totally different.
I know.
Yeah, I would say it was.
I missed the Nextel era when I couldn't understand my drunk Southie friends. Hey, man, fucking the bass, you fucking
Yeah.
beep beep.
Yeah.
Dude, I just said my mother's fucking. We can call the coke guy. I'm like, all right, I'll talk to you later. Bye, buddy.
They were the best.
Unbelievable.
But it was, you really had to make sure you
Hey,
shut it
by
off.
the way, when we had Nextels, I literally got a Nextel. Get to Ellen 8th. Get to Ellen 8th. I'm like, what? Sal and Betty's, L Street Tavern? Yeah, yeah. Ben Affleck is here with J-Lo in a white Bentley. This is when they were first together, like however many moons ago.
Yeah.
Right?
I heard the story that she used the bathroom in an establishment and the person took the toilet seat off. He's like, yeah, I'm putting that on eBay. I don't know, whatever he did, he took the toilet seat off. J-Lo used the bathroom. I was like, that's a fucking great story. If that's true, that's like
Yeah,
selfish shit.
I would have been
hilarious.
selling sniffs if I was me. I would have. I'm gonna be like,
What?
hey, you want?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Fucking
you
kidding me?
kidding?
Hey, what
Especially
about
that year.
What about that in Japan? You can go to like the vending machines and you just get like used underwear out of it.
No,
You get
is that
C7.
true?
That's for years.
I
think I
went
saw
to
the
see
show on HBO. Someone was like, what is going on?
Yeah, well, a long time ago when I was younger, I saw Jenna Jameson at the Foxy Lady,
Get out.
and this
You
was
can take
like,
pictures with her and stuff.
and you could buy. She was taking shirts and rubbing them up her clam,
Jesus.
and then she would sell them to you. You know what I mean? She would sell you the shirt.
So
she'd
where's the
sell you
shirt? Where's the
kiss.
shirt you bought?
I didn't buy a shirt.
Yeah.
I didn't buy a shirt.
You
But
have it on right now.
no,
It's
no.
that one. Rub the podcast shirt on it.
No. These are actually some of our new shirts that we got
I
from
love them.
old school apparel in Saugus. They took care of us.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah. But yeah, we were speaking on the merch idea. In the
Yeah,
beginning when we were. First
I've
getting
seen a few
started.
people and the way they kill it with
Well,
Yeah.
Anthony,
unbelievable.
and speaking of him, I think it's hilarious because for the longest time I thought that was his everyday voice.
So
I didn't realize that. I heard him talk on his podcast and realized that's not his voice, how he talks regularly.
So shout out Anthony Varela. So I got to know him a couple of years ago through our friend Jackie Denneman, Social Jack. She does social media marketing. She's awesome. I've known her for years. We ended up doing a video for Wicked Clean Laundry, like with Anthony. It was really funny, like goofy, kind of cheesy thing, And I said to Anthony, like, you got to do stand up. He's my favorite. He was I had a little bit of a fangirl moment in the sense, like, dude, I've been watching his shit. Like, you're hysterical. His animated responses, the way his voice, his tone, whatever, because you got to do stand up. So we thought about it for a while. Then he called me like a month ago. All of a sudden, he's opening for Janelle Draper at Foxborough. He just did Rhode Island. Don't Tell. He's on a roll
killing it.
already. He's done it like 5 times.
yeah,
And he's hysterical. He's
just naturally.
he gets up and that voice. He's like, oh, yeah. Oh, I guess we're doing this. Like, he did that at Foxborough. I'm sitting to the side of the stage. I'm like, this motherfucker. I was just on the phone with him. Coming in. He's the funniest dude ever. He's even funnier off stage, but like you know what I think?
I asked him to be on the show.
Did you?
Yeah,
Well, We'll
That's
get him
what I
on.
do.
This guy's, he's all over the place. It's unbelievable.
yeah, but he lives far away.
Yeah.
He lives off the 24.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
forget, like,
Yeah, we don't want to tell people how
No,
people
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
line us up.
you know,
Yeah,
but you know
right.
what I mean. And it's
You should saw the meet and greet
that's a
he had
shitty
at
ride.
Foxborough as an opener. It was
Really?
only his second time going up. Yeah, he was unbelievable.
well, his following on, he's
people were
hilarious.
FaceTiming him.
He's a riot on like his content. The thought that his people that follow him send him a lot of
incredible.
things,
Facebook
like
Facebook
and
Marketplace and all that shit.
He gets all of his like not all of his content, but he gets a majority of those content
If you
pictures from
literally,
people.
if you
It's
literally
like,
watch his videos and see how he breaks down and does callbacks, in the videos he'll stop and he'll call back to a joke at the beginning of the video, then he'll call back in, and then it's fucking up like the one with the girl with the fucking wedgie he was talking about the other day. He's like, "What did a fucking mouse run by and scare you? Why is your ass so fucking?" I was fucking howling.
hungry bum.
I go to
Somebody
do a
called
green
the
screen
Widgie
video, and I
hungry
feel
bum once,
even
and
though
I thought it was so funny. My buddy OB,
hungry bum.
he called it. You got a hungry bum.
It was like the flattest ass. We always called it the long ass day. Oh, she had a long ass day.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I stand up. I always say like, if just try it. Like people, like, I want to do it. Like I've had a lot of people. How do you just go up and do it? If it doesn't work and you get, just then don't do it again.
Well, see, I try to think because I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty good at things.
Listen,
Right?
if you can tell stories and craft jokes, you get up and you just fucking do it. Because my thing was, I don't want to wake up one day and be like, fuck,
I wish
could've
I
tried
did
that.
That's why we're doing a podcast. Right now,
I went into
for that
therapy.
reason.
I did a diet shot. I did that. Like everything. I'm trying to say, it's almost like Yes Man, that true story.
I
of
love
Jim
that
Carrey.
fucking movie.
I love
dude.
that movie. It's based on a real guy who basically said yes to with everything within reason. For
I actually
like a
just
year.
watched that the other day.
It's one of the
Again,
funniest movies
awesome movie.
ever.
It is.
The fucking blowjob with the gums out the neighbor. He can't say no. He has to say yes. She's like, let me repay you. Oh my god! But that's when
would you like release?
Yes. Would you like release? Exactly. So that's my thing. Is like, let's fucking do it. I'm not.
Yes.
I know people who are doing 3 or 4 shows a night and literally going from Uber to parking. I'm not doing that yet. But I'm like trying to put myself out there more to the sense where
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
the
I
only
love
way
it.
to
It's
get
so much
better
fun.
is
You're
to
doing
do
it,
it in
man.
the timing, like, and like just from having you here and you just riffing, talking.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like to me, I feel like that's what I would be doing if I had stand up. And I'm not gonna lie, when I think about how long 5 minutes is, I think maybe I could have 5 minutes worth of stuff.
I'll tell you something. If you can tell like jokes through a story, like the first time it just happened to me was in the North End. My one joke got 4 laughs. I paused. I finally didn't drink a Red Bull and fucking go. Blah, blah, blah. Some of my jokes need that rapid fire delivery, and some need to pause and let people hear it. If you tell a story, you could tell a 2 or 3 minute story and just make it funny, and then for 2 minutes talk to the crowd or something. It's frightening because sometimes you go into the crowd and you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, no, that's
You know what I mean?
You really have no clue
But
who's
I've seen people do crowd work like in person. I'm like, wow, that's where I want to get to. It's such a thrill, an addiction. Like I was an addict, an alcoholic for years. I was fucked up, bad. And sorry, I keep moving away from the mic.
No, it happens.
Yeah, I'm chasing this high. It's a high.
No, it's a more
nice.
positive thing. It's a better thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, think about. I always think of that too. It's like that hustle mentality. Every day, it was a hustle to basically just feel normal. Was the
100%.
You know what I mean? You get to that point.
100% to get off of
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you get to there, every day is a hustle, and then when you don't need that anymore, it's like, what do I put my energy into? And
Yeah.
so
You should have saw me the first couple of times. I didn't even take the mic out of the stand. I was scared shitless shaking. And then someone like, you look like a natural. You couldn't even tell. I'm like, what? I was fucking shaking.
Oh, I can.
And then I start taking the mic off and I walk the stage a little bit and I try to talk to people and it's just fun. I don't know. You can't explain it. It's one of those things where it is the scariest thing and it still is scary. But the fact that you can just get a couple laughs, do you know what I mean?
It's like golf.
I have so much shit in my life.
When you said it's like golf in a way, where it only takes that one good hit to make you be like, today wasn't so bad. Today was actually awesome. I can't wait to go again because I hit that one good ball off the tee or that one good putt.
Do you have someone that you could run things by, like you bounce jokes off and see if you what they think, that you trust?
Shout out to Janelle Draper. You guys got to follow her. She was just in LA at Hollywood Improv. She's unbelievable. We were talking about today. She's like, you can always run stuff by me. And like people I've met say the same thing. Like even Will Noonan has been so fucking helpful. All these guys, so nice. Andrew Del Volpe, all these people I run into, these comedians. There's so many of them. I'm like, you'd think it would be cliquey. I was nervous. Am I going to fit in and this and that?
Yeah.
Because, when you come from social media, I don't want people to think I'm trying to jump on. You have to still be funny. You have to have a personality on stage.
100%.
You can't just like, oh, hey, like Zach, who you guys had on last week, he's hysterical. I watched him a couple. He was great.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I love to see people, and then we can all help each other. Comedians, I can help a comedian grow their.
That's the thing.
Because I want to see a lot of comedians do skits. I know it's not their thing, but I like the crossover.
I agree. I think it's funny. It definitely gives you good
You
exposure.
see it across
too.
the country with a lot of these people who, like the kid Trevor Wallace out in fucking LA, he's unbelievable. He's hysterical.
It gives you exposure to a younger group, to younger generation. Like let them see things from the way that we grew up and understand like where we're coming from a little bit. And you get to do that when you have a social media presence.
That's really cool.
I would love to do skits random, like I wouldn't want the responsibility of having to do multiple skits or like a certain amount that I put out type thing.
Yeah.
But I do like doing skits. I think it's funny.
It's
like
a
coming
lot
up
of fun
the
to
idea
sit
of
around
hanging
and just
out.
improv. Like
That's
to
the
riff and
honest to
improv.
God, that's the fun part to me.
Like I just did it with Janelle. I just posted on my Instagram. It's opening day at Red Sox. So I pretended I was the Uber driver. I think you can pull it up. It's the last thing I posted. This was.
I'm in the.
We did 2 videos. I posted them both today, but
don't pull it up yet.
the second one was my favorite one.
I just saw that.
There she is.
Right there. All right.
That one.
Give me a second. It's going to stop me.
You can see it.
Smells like devil's lettuce in here.
Look at you.
Hold on, and it starts over again, dude. Hey, how funny is this process?
Whew. Smells like devil's lettuce in here.
Look at you. What's up with you, huh?
Easy there, Goodwill Hunting. Keep your eyes on the road.
Opening day at Fenway Park, huh? You going to the Sox game? Look at you, kid.
Hey, Betty. I requested a silent ride. I just want to go to the game, eat my wiener in peace.
I got a fucking piece of wiener for you.
I like mine with ketchup on it, not chlamydia.
All right, then. All right, we're here. Hopefully you catch a foul ball in the bleachers, huh?
Speaking of foul balls, you might want to shower, buddy. Good start.
She was good. She's trying to get into skits and she was a natural. She was so fun to work with. I'm doing a show with her on the 25th. her and Anthony just did Foxborough, the comedy scene.
Yeah.
It's Under the Harp.
Zach was there.
I try to, yeah,
Oh, no,
yeah.
Zach did a
Zach's
show.
all over the place.
Zach, he's I know.
Crushing it.
I know. Good for him.
Absolutely.
He's
His
telling us.
vocab videos are so fucking funny.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
Every time he posts them, I'm like, oh my God, this is great.
It's
The
funny
back and
because
forth.
I wanted to say Sella and Paula, right? And I didn't want to say them when we were on the episode because that's his, like, in my head, I'm
That's how we grew
aware
up.
that, well, no, but I'm aware that those are two more things that he's going to
Yeah,
put out.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm not going to,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
all
you don't
know
wanna-
it. I'm
yeah,
not going
yeah.
to call it, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Say it to him. But yeah, they're hilarious. And
Oh my God, that's so
because
good.
it's either you heard them before and you know it,
Yeah.
right? Or you haven't heard them before and you're like, wait, what? What the fuck is
Like
a
a-
clicker?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
You're
still
like,
call it the clicker.
me too.
Yeah.
Where's the clicker? Where's the fucking clicker?
Yeah, the stuff that we say.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to do a thing where we ran off like clicker. What does it mean? Remote control. Like, you know what I mean? You'd say what the thing was.
Yeah.
Yui, U-turn. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, like
Buster,
I said to him when I started getting into like work and I was going to do jobs and sell things and I tried to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And you're trying and you realize that it's just so you
Well,
sound
my mother always said to me, my mother was born in D Street in Southie. She'd always say, they're not going to take you seriously, so you got to try your best to pronounce your R's. So what would happen is
Right.
I would talk, I'd pronounce some R's, and then I'd literally be like, oh, you got to protect your carburetor. Like I would use an R, like carve, and then say carburetor.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this is
it was like premeditated. But then like when you just you're talking to someone and being yourself, you forget, they hear it and they always mention
Did
it.
you see my April Fool's video?
Yeah, when you said you had no accent.
You wouldn't believe that. Never mind the comments, the DMs I got. Only a few,
Tell me
4 or 5 people fell for it.
You see
But
it?
where is it? Go down.
Go down more.
Oh yeah, right. I think it's this one down.
This one right
That
there?
one, I believe. Yeah,
Oh, dude,
I struggled. I cannot.
This is my real accent. I'm actually from Vermont.
Dude, actually, I
always
saw
told
this,
people
man. That's so
Boston because I don't know. I saw all the creators doing it. You know, some of them would be from like New Hampshire and would say they were from like Hyde Park, and I just thought maybe if I did the
I
same
struggled.
and I chose somewhere like South Boston, Southie, and people would like it's like street cred, Anyways,
Stupid.
I just wanted to be my true, authentic self today. So.
Almost sounds
Hey
like I was
guys,
from fucking
actually,
Fargo.
quite hesitant to share
That's
this.
so fucking great. That was good.
Well, so listen,
I
the first time
struggle to try to drop the accent.
I would have
break
a-
out in fucking hives.
I would have a hard time. I really would. I know I would. But the only time I ever did skits was with my buddy Pete, and we did the therapist thing where I had to play a therapist. And
I just did one of those.
And I did. It was his idea. It was a great idea. The problem was I felt so awkward trying to talk like I wasn't
Oh
retarded.
yeah.
That
So I just did that
I
in the
was just
therapy
like,
video. I played the well, my cousin played I played the therapist, and I was like doing 2 characters. But what you just said, I try to sound like professional. I couldn't do it.
well, it's, you had that
fucking
funny one,
struggled.
Ian Brown.
Oh, he's great. What a nice guy
He,
too.
yeah, I was talking to him, and he had done a couple of those where he played it, but he's an actor. He actually,
Yeah, he's good.
yeah,
Did you see his April Fool's joke?
when he was crying.
Unbelievable.
All right, yeah, Boston
What a
guy,
performance.
therapist.
Yeah, that's my cousin Kendra again. She's the best. She was filming for me and stuff. So, Gary, you've started to explain a little bit about what brought you in to see me today. But let's talk about your childhood growing up in South Boston. I mean, what's there to tell you? Fucking atomic wedgies all the time, like drive-by fucking wedgies where they grab you by your fucking underwear and just drag you down the fucking street. We'd break into my Aunt Debbie's liquor cabinet, and, sometimes I'd steal a couple fucking Poly Light 100s for the road, you know what I mean?
Hollies.
I don't know, then there was that fucking time when Father Sullivan caught me fucking bending over under the altar and thought he was gonna play a little fucking peekaboo with me, and I fucking hit him with the ball. I know it's sacrilegious in some circles, but where I come from, it's called fucking self-defense. The pillow, that was my cousin's idea. I had a time hooking up with the broads when I was younger. My braces caught in fucking Mandy McGinnis's bra. Never heard the fucking end of that. I gotta do more therapy ones. So, Gary. That was my least favorite part of The Sopranos. As much as I love Dr. Melfi, Lorraine Bracco, and shit, I don't know if you ever watched it. It's
Yeah,
even
absolutely.
Yeah, of
even
course,
Ricky Gervais called it the funniest show of all time, even though it's a drama.
Right.
Literally the funniest show I've ever seen in my life. But the therapy sessions used to kill me.
Yeah.
It's just, even though like I kind of relate to some of it, and growing up with the dad with all this, but I'm like, oh, just fucking go back to the guys talking in the back of the shop and shit, please.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
It's so funny.
And now I'm in therapy. Unbelievable. Every
Yeah.
other week.
Is it
You know what's
helping?
so funny? As soon as I got off probation, that I haven't gone back to any kind of therapy or any kind of thing where I had to talk to anybody.
Really?
Yeah. So it's been a very, very long time. And the whole time I had to do that, I was conning them anyway. You know what I mean? Trying to get out of having to do it.
Yeah.
But this is like 20 years ago. So trying to play a therapist, I was just trying to play smart.
Yeah.
The script, Pete had the script for me. All I had to do was just read the script.
Yeah.
But I kept saying to him, let me be like Bill Burr, please. Like, let me be if Bill Burr was your therapist.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, yo, what's wrong with
That
you?
would actually
Like,
kind of be funny.
That would be
A
funnier.
Boston therapist.
Like, that's what I wanted to be. Or like some kid who went to fucking Salem State or North Shore Community College. I got my degree, kid. So
I got
what?
my degree,
I got
kid.
enough credentials to get this fucking job. I ain't making much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking taking the train here. I got to listen to your shit. That's the therapist I wanted to do. I thought that would be
Yeah,
hilarious.
It'd be unbeliable.
He didn't like that
I
idea.
kind of like it.
Well,
I
let me know
actually
if-
really like it
hey,
because
let me know if you want to
just
play
think about
there.
it. You got a Boston guy with a degree, right? And he's like, because there are plenty of us like with degrees. I
Sure.
don't have one, but like there were people with degrees who sound like me or sound like us, sound like you guys, and you're like, so why don't you think about your last couple of days and what you did? Huh? You think you should stop fucking drinking, you fucking retard? What's
common
wrong with you?
sense,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Imagine a Boston therapist.
Well, that's why I
Do
wanted
me a
to play
favor, take
this.
2 of these and call me in the morning. What is that? I don't fucking know. I think it's Ativan Xanax. Just fucking get the fuck out of here, will you?
Please, this is what you want.
Yeah.
Just tell me, please. You're wasting my time.
My,
You know what I
my
mean?
therapist is my best audience. I'll just start using her to fucking run material by her.
See if she laughs, see if she's shocked.
She's like, never a dull moment with you, Gary. I'm like, of course not.
No,
You know
she
it.
drops the pen. You're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's a good one.
That's a good one. I jokes out of everything.
Is this therapy working?
Yeah, it's
I'm sorry.
70%.
That was funny.
No, 70%. Like I actually catch myself a lot of the time, and I stop myself from saying shit more than I did before. So that's like
Right.
that's a big thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of the reasons I did it, a lot of reasons, I almost did it when I got out of drug court in 2014. I was like, I think I need to go into therapy. I was dead sober for 2 years. I just smoke and I drink on occasion now, but I was like, I need therapy. But when I went to therapy this time, I was like, if I have a heckler, what am I going to do? Like, what am I going to do if I have a heckler? I can't, like, you're going to fight them? Because you got an anger problem? Like,
Yeah.
hey, fuck
right.
it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
You're
I'm
fucking
like,
on my set.
yeah.
Meet me outside. Yeah.
So like we had a couple one night. Some of the comedians have a slower delivery. Sometimes I'm faster, right? So this night I happened to be fast. I was able to skip over their heckling, but they were getting the people who were going slower. Like, what'd you come to a comedy show for? Just to be a fucking asshole?
Yeah, there's people
They
who
were
just,
drunk.
that's
They
their
were-
thing. Yeah,
They were belligerent and drunk. It was
The only reason I ask if the therapy was working is anyone who actually knows me personally tells me I should probably go get therapy, and I'm wondering, like, I'm always resistant to it.
honestly,
But-
No, it's a good thing in some cases.
it's not obviously it's not for everyone. It's fucking unbelievable for me if you find the right person. I
I'm-
found the right person off the rip.
Yeah, I'm obviously joking when I say that, but
Yeah.
it's kind of true.
Yeah.
Well, speaking
people-
of therapy,
People told me it for years.
Yeah.
Like, you need therapy.
I lost my cool a couple days ago because of Comcast. Now I don't know
Oh,
if you guys
dude.
had to call Comcast lately.
Oh yeah, buddy.
So I go to call Comcast to try to get a live person so that I can tell them I want to talk to them about my bill. Right? It took forever.
You
And
might as well.
because
You could read the fucking Magna Carta while you're waiting.
I got so aggravated answering the questions. I kept saying, "Talk to a person."
That's it. You
Right?
just keep
I kept
saying it over and
that.
over again,
Hey,
yeah.
and you know what that did? That dragged it out to not get me where I wanted.
Person.
Now, hey, I'm sweating. It's bringing me to different things.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
pressing buttons. I'm
Yeah.
yelling, "Person!"
Yeah, in order for us to help you
person."
find the right person, you have to tell us why you're calling.
Right? We're
It's
gonna
like a
send you a
fucking game.
text.
They want you
I'm
to hang
going, no. I finally keep my composure to the point where I get to the end, and they're like, "We'll send you a text." I'm like, "No." Right? They're like, "Okay." They hang up. They go 16 minutes. Wait. I'm like, "No problem." I wait. It hangs up on me.
Oh, that's
Oh,
that's
that,
So
happened,
now-
that happened to me after a half hour one time waiting for something on the phone.
And that's the second time I've already hung up and went through the whole
Oh,
process again to
I
get to
throw
that
my
plot.
phone through a fucking window.
So now I'm like, I'm freaking out, and I says, "That's it." I call back again, and when I call back, I go, "Cancel my service." First thing I say, right? They said, "Okay, one moment." Pink, hi, this is Sheila from Comcast. How you doing tonight? Can you please confirm your last name, area code,
Well,
please?
it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, right. So I was like,
Hacking the system.
I went like this. I went,
That's actually really
instead
smart.
of fucking snapping right now, like I really want to, because it has nothing to do with you. I'm going to be very nice. I says, now I went to cancel my service, and it got me to somebody very quickly. She went, I'm so sorry, Mr. Garino. That's actually what we're told to tell people. We tell them that if you're trying to get through to us really quick, I don't know why I keep doing the Southern accent, but anyway, she says, if you tell people the truth, like you tell them that I want to cancel, it sends you directly to the retention department.
Yeah.
And you get a live
notice
person.
This is all set up so you don't fucking go through with it. It's like when you
Yes.
have to get your money back or something. Oh, you go through fucking 7 thing. You know what? Keep it.
So the best part of the story is you're so right, because after sitting on the phone with this wonderful Southern Belle, right, helping me, we got disconnected. And then I thought maybe
got
she
someone
would
else.
call me back.
Oh.
And she didn't. And I did not have the
You got-
energy
you got
to call a
fucking-
third
you got
time.
fucking ghosted
So
by
guess what
Comcast.
happened? I ended up not resolving the problem, like you said, because I don't want to.
That's like the Key and Peele skit. You ever see the Key and Peele skit when he's doing the travel agency?
Unbelievable.
And he'll call and be like, hey, I wanted to tell you about the Vegas package. And the guy's like, oh, I'm a little bit busy. And he'll be like, yeah, okay, click. And the guy's standing there and he's like, picks up the phone, calls back. He goes, I think we got disconnected. You were about to tell me about he goes, you going to buy it? He's like, oh, probably not. Click. And then, you know, if you've ever seen it, and at the end of it, they go through the whole thing. He ends up getting him to buy it just out of
It
spite.
worked.
They show the two guys sitting next to each other. And he's like, hey, these scripts they gave us, they're freaking working great. You hanging up on them?
I was doing a trolley in 2016. I used to do Harvard Square. I go from the gallery to Harvard Square and back, Cambridge tours for this upper deck trolley tour. And I met Michael Keegan Key. He was filming Friends from College with Fred Savage. Fred Savage was kind of like, but Michael Keegan Key came on the trolley and said hi to everyone. I shit because I was a big fan. Like after Chappelle left, I know like, oh, they get a substitute. Show was funny as shit.
Oh,
Key and
yeah.
Peele was fucking.
Yeah, I actually, and it's funny, it hits different now too. For some reason, when I originally watched it, I would be like, and now I watch everything I see, I'm dying.
You know which
laughing.
one I love? When they
Please
talk
tell me.
shit about their wives. He's like, they look around and he's like, and I said,
Yeah, that one's great. Yeah.
they're in the basement.
Yeah.
By the end of the skit, they're in a tree, hiding from the wives. They're like, they're
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
down. They're like, I said, and I told her. I said, she's like, honey. He's like, I'm coming, honey.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Yeah.
spineless dudes.
Yeah, it was.
That's why I
I've
won't
seen
get
that
married. I would definitely end up just being like that.
Yeah, I'm kind of a yes dear in a way.
one. Oh, Lawrence is a yes there. I'm sorry, bud.
It's all right. It's all right. I love
Putting
my
that out
wife,
in the world. Sorry.
and she
So
does.
I
she
had an
does-
older
she
guy
does
tell
a lot
me,
for me.
if you ever get married, say
So
the
it's not
food.
like him.
Say the food's good. Say yes, I will.
See, that's his thing. I want you to know something. The food is phenomenal.
Well, you're fucking Italian. It better be. Jesus Christ.
But she's half
You guys are
she's
so
half
lucky.
Irish, half Italian. She cooks. She's
Unbelievable.
unbelievable. My house is spotless. She works more hours than I do. She's just I got a unicorn.
So can
I
I
call
tell
her
you?
unicorn.
Can I tell you how lucky you guys are? I grew up. The fucking food wasn't seasoned. I don't even know if there was salt in the fucking house. You guys grew up with it. You know what I mean? The meatballs
yeah,
were like,
definitely.
no, my mother's meatballs are great, but like,
Yeah,
like
My mother and wife
Italian,
both
a little
agree.
different.
Yeah.
My aunt's Italian. My uncle married an Italian woman. Oh my god, the fucking food.
Oh,
Anything
it's
you
the
think of.
best.
The lasagna,
Holidays.
everything she makes. Oh, even Easter, just the breakfast she makes and shit. Pepperoni and eggs, fucking yeah. I've dated Italian
Easter's
women.
coming. We're gonna have oh shit, I can't believe I can't think of the name. Pizza Gaina.
Yeah.
Pizza Gainer.
Pizza Gainer.
I'll tell you a good one.
Oh,
I
it's
did.
Easter, that's it.
Years ago, I dated an Italian girl on the North Shore. She had a fucking gun when I came to her house in a holster. She's cooking on the grill, cooking a steak tips with a gun.
Yeah, you never know who's gonna come.
I goes, what the fuck? She goes, well, you did tell me you did some crazy shit a few years back. I'm like, that's actually a great point, but like, I was on a golf course. I was like, what the fuck am I walking into? I'm like, you're gonna take that off, right? I mean, you just lock it away and you say for some shit. I don't feel comfortable.
No, I mean, you know, I'd be a little side. Was it like a shoulder holster?
No, she's literally had a Glock in the fucking holster.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
On her hip.
yeah. I actually have a video saved of that on my Snapchat.
Really?
Literally, like it was 9 years ago, 8 years ago. I do.
Oh my God. It's funny. One thing that we're trying to learn how to do better is segments, how to get into different segments.
Yeah.
And we were talking about like slang from high school. And I thought, wow, what a great way to post into this new segment, like of new slang and what the words mean. and I missed the
I'm trying
window. So now I'm bringing it back. So was this a call? This isn't a callback because it never came.
Yeah.
But I had
Well,
this thing
now
because
I got to find it.
it's in the direct messages to me.
Okay, there we go.
I have a 15-year-old niece, and when I hear like the new slang and shit.
Oh, right here, right here. Here we go. I have 3 sons, and a daughter. So I have 4 kids.
Wow.
And yeah, I have 3 sons, and they talk like this.
You don't like condoms. Just fucking around.
Like I said last time, someone said to me, "You do know where kids come from, right?"
Yeah, right. So I thought this would be funny to see if we knew these new words. And I mean, this might be a
So
stupid segment.
I'll
We might
say
be
them,
able
and
to
you
get
can
rid
tell
of
me
it.
what you think they
Yeah.
mean. But
Yeah.
realistically, like I said, my kids use these words. So, like Sigma, what does it mean?
You know, I don't know what that means, and I see it in comments all the time.
I don't know.
I usually Google. That's one I never Googled.
so
So
that Sigma means good.
Really?
Yeah, it's
That's
a
it?
good thing. That guy's Sigma.
I've had it written on my videos.
really?
Yeah.
So now you know that's a compliment.
go,
Yeah.
dude.
Nice.
I thought it was like ligma, like lick my balls.
I thought it was
So I
like
thought
a
it was
stigma.
that. No, I did like suck my balls or something.
Oh, like
Because
suck my
ligma
balls.
means lick my balls. So when I saw Sigma, I'm like, they're fucking insulting me. I know it is. And now it's something good. Imagine. Thank God I didn't write anything back. Like, fuck. You know.
So skibbity, and I know what this is. It's skibbity. There was a
We're supposed to guess.
no, but I was saying, giving you where the word came from. I think is from Skibbity Toilet, which was a video of these camera guys fighting these aliens with their heads come out of a toilet. It was Skibbity Toilet.
But dude, I always thought like a snake was going to come up and bite my ass. when I was shitting.
Similar to
I
that.
just thought skibbity bibbity.
Oh, yeah.
Like-
Libbity Bibbity.
Libbity Bibbity.
The commercial.
Yeah.
Skibbity. I know, Skibbity. I never heard that one.
Yeah. So Skibbity, what do
I
you
don't
think
know.
it means?
I don't know.
Cool.
It's Skibbity is a bad thing. So if somebody's like, that's Skibbity, it's negative. That's bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Would have never known.
I have to hear these things on a regular basis, so that's why I'm just going to read the list.
Skibbity
Yeah.
literally sounds like a word that I would try to say as I was nodding off in heroin. Skibbity. Skibbity. like Jake, my buddy Jake Scally. I used to do videos like that. He's so funny.
Uncle Danny.
Dude, what the fuck?
Oh, dude.
Skibbity.
The one
Skibbity.
when he goes to the carnival.
Oh my god.
Oh, he goes everywhere.
Everywhere. Fucking Six
He-
Oh,
Flags.
no, I'm
he's
sorry.
on the ride
Wait,
with
is
the
that
cigarette
Jordan
hanging out.
Spencer the other
He's
day?
on the ride.
I'm sorry, my favorite one is
This is the kid that falls. I saw one of those or 2 of those. Like,
Yeah.
what are you people fucking high? You watching that?
I know.
What is he doing? He's
No,
going
but-
to public places and going like this. Like,
no,
Yeah,
but
he's slunched
listen, it's
over,
because you don't see it in the city. You see that
You
all
saw
day.
that
No,
20
I
years
don't.
ago.
But people who don't see it, they give a fuck to
Yeah, but
watch this
I-
kid go fall asleep.
You know
from
what it
that?
is? His voiceovers are pretty funny. though.
yeah.
His
I don't know.
voiceover-
Oh,
he
yeah.
just kind of like riffs. It's kind of like what I do in a sense. Like I think that's what it is. Me and him have talked. We always say when we
I'm
get
hoping
together,
that we can get him on. You
together,
can
get
ask
together.
him. I like-
I
yeah.
want to film with him because he's.
Oh, I'll bust his balls. I don't care.
He'll do like voiceovers, be like, yeah, and the time my uncle stole a car. and
That
like,
voice.
Dude.
It's literally like I went.
I
From
do it with my
Oxycontin to
brother-in-law
perk
all the
30s to
time.
heroin for 3 years.
Yeah.
and my voice was.
That's the
That's
voice.
the
We
voice.
grew up around it all, dude. We grew up around it constantly.
I literally had a guy come up to me in Angel Square when I got sober. It was like a reminder that you don't want to get back to like that. He was like, dude, can I get like 1784 from the commuter route to Worcester? I'm like, well, who the fuck you come up with that number? You couldn't say $20? Why couldn't we round it off? Hey, and this is true, right? How about I made a joke about the guy. You heard the guy who was going to come about immigration, the fucking czar,
Yeah.
the border
He did
czar.
come.
He did.
Yeah,
Tom,
yeah.
what's his name, right? He goes, I'm coming to Boston. I'm bringing hell with me. I goes, buddy, have you ever been to Boston? You're bringing hell with you? You ever try to get 3 blocks during fucking rush hour traffic?
Where you going?
I had a fucking homeless guy ask me for
said
money.
this-
I said, I have no cash. He goes, I have Venmo. I goes, you also got a fucking nerve. Hell, you're going to bring hell here? Fuck out of here. $7,000 a month, no parking for a fucking apartment. To live in the city. Yeah, hell's here, buddy.
So yeah, this is what it's
I mean,
like.
if you want to add to it, go ahead.
Bring it.
I'm bringing hell. Yeah, good luck.
You think you are from Tombstone?
Yeah.
Speaking of Tombstone, no, we won't go. Do you
Oh,
wanna do-
Unbelievable.
you jump in the list.
I'm sorry. I'm
We don't have
sorry.
to do the whole list. I don't give.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. I'd
What?
rather. I don't care.
Should we get off this list and go to Tombstone? Because I'll be your hucklebearer.
Well, we're
I
talking.
was just going to say that when I saw it on the board. Best line ever.
Yeah.
And you know what's so funny? Up until recently, I found out what he wasn't saying huckleberry. He was saying hucklebearer.
No, sir.
And a hucklebearer is the person who's a casket bearer.
Like pallbearer.
Pallbearer, that's the word.
Bring
I
it up.
didn't know that.
Back then, they called it a hucklebearer.
So obviously we're talking about Val Kilmer
And he said,
dying
I'll
recently.
be your hucklebearer.
Did you see the clip of him playing
Ringo.
Mark Twain on stage?
No,
The fucking accent, the outfit, the costume. I was like, holy shit, this guy could act.
I watched the video of him
He was in a ton of
doing
movies.
something with a
True
dwarf
Romance,
guy.
the voice of Elvis.
He did this thing with a dwarf guy where it was like a skit, but back in the day, a
Romance,
skit.
That's right. He was off camera in the bathroom.
He's off camera as the voice of Elvis, his conscience.
I always liked you.
Always liked you, Clarence. Always have, always will. Hey, you got this, baby. You got this. Val Kilmer is fucking Elvis. Tarantino wrote that, and Tony Scott directed that.
Really?
Imagine
Yeah,
Tarantino.
but that's the famous scene with Dennis Hopper. That's like the
Christopher
classic
Walken.
right there.
Christopher
Yeah,
Walken's only scene in the
Dennis Hopper.
movie. Unbelievable. One of the Dennis Hopper's monologue in that scene is one of the best things I've ever seen in
Yeah,
movies.
it is.
That whole movie's hysterical. You got fucking the dude from Beverly Hills Cop, Belky from fucking Perfect Straight.
Oh,
The
yeah,
coke
yeah.
goes in the convertible all over the place. You know what my favorite scene in any movie is? Johnny Depp and Benicio del Toro, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. They're doing coke in the convertible. The coke goes everywhere, and Johnny Depp goes, I always knew you were a fucking knock. Like, what is coke in a fucking convertible? I did down the beach in Southie. It blew everywhere. My friends wanted to fucking fight me. But back to Val Kilmer. Sorry, I jumped
No,
subjects.
that's okay.
He's literally real genius in the 80s. Then in,
Hey, Real Genius. I love that movie.
One of my
where he was
favorite
like,
movies.
He's in a ton of them. Man.
and they had the house had all the popcorn in it. That was
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah,
the lasers. And then, hey, you realize, you know who the guy was that ended up with the RV? That's Uncle fucking Rico.
Uncle Rico. Rico.
And he's on White Lotus, which you guys
100%.
watch. I don't. But
Yeah.
Uncle Rico is the
Oh
guy
my God. Napoleon Dynamite.
that, Napoleon
Baby.
Dynamite.
Uncle Baby Billy.
No,
Uncle-
that's
is that the
that's
funniest
Billy.
thing ever?
That's what Walter.
Uncle Baby. Did you see the new season?
I'm watching
watching
the new
it
season now.
Did you show the second episode?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
got his fucking dog out for a whole scene. They're like, oh, he's like, you need to see this.
I said,
I'm like, what
I said,
the-
I said to my wife, I'm like, yo, cover your eyes. I'm like, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
yeah, I know. So, you know what's funny? It was when Will Ferrell was on Danny McBride's old show, he had a scene like that where he's like, the kids need to watch. Let them learn. That's what
Eastbound
reminded
and
me.
Down?
Yeah, Eastbound and
When
Down.
he's
When-
selling the
if you ever
cows.
see the outtakes to that with him,
Oh,
Craig Rogers, and
right.
Danny McBride, I
He's
fucking
hysterical.
cry.
Hysterical.
He goes,
The
my
best.
balls had a purplish hue.
Like a plum.
Yeah, like a plum.
Plum.
He's like, Donna, let them see, let the boy watch.
Yeah, that
So
was
when
the
Walton
best
Goggins like, put some pants, he goes, no, you need to see this. It
Yeah.
reminded me of that. I'm
Yeah.
like, Dan McBride have to have written that. He's fucking
No,
hysterical.
yeah, he absolutely. He's like, no, you all have to, everybody in this family, you all need to see this.
You all need to see this.
You need to see.
Talk about a versatile actor.
The best.
With theirs.
He's the
Dude,
best.
he's on my.
He's in White
on two
Lotus.
of my favorite shows of all time, Justified and The Shield, ever.
He
Walton
played
Goggins.
transgender guy on
Sons of Anarchy.
on Sons of
Yeah.
Anarchy.
Fan-
He was
I think
incredible.
fan something. Yeah.
He just
Hey, what do you think about Val Kilmer getting
Dying?
getting in Top Gun,
I'm like-
the new one, before he died?
Pretty cool.
He was
it's
back.
It's perfect, awesome. And didn't they have to fake his voice too because of his throat?
I think so.
Yeah, they had to.
You know,
Is it
that's, you know that's my biggest fear.
What,
Throat cancer.
losing your
Other
voice.
than like fucking burning or drowning. Imagine having to talk to a girl, right, to blow you. You're like, come on, tilt your head. There's no way you're getting a blowjob. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. I love when you, put it in the back of your throat, you dirty whore.
Sound like Stephen Hawking.
That's why I had to go.
When
to the
I found
island.
out he was a fucking pervert in the island, can you imagine? Control L. Like, what the fuck? Imagine him talking dirty. I will rub your clit. Like, get the fuck out of here. But that's my biggest fear. When you're like, honey, get in
Solvent.
here. I want to see you naked. Like, get the fuck out of here. Oh, the way I smoke, too. Jesus Christ. I smoke enough weed. I'm going to sound like that in about 5 minutes.
It'll get you that throat shit. But I mean, it's funny because that voice talking like that guy. What are
Yeah.
you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
It cracks me
I
up.
do it with my brother-in-law all the time, and to the point where my wife and her sister will be like, "What are you guys doing? Will you cut it out?" And be like, "No, well, we'll stop." What's the problem? What are we doing?
Can I tell you something? I would kill to get the video of me when I turned myself in 2014 to the FBI and state police because it was on audio and recording and visual because I was so fucked up. They were like, "Why did you rob the bank? Why did you go back the second time?" I literally was. I'll never forget it. Even though I was fucked up, I remember being like, "Because it was easy the first time." He's like, "What made you rob the bank?" I'm like, "I don't know. I fell asleep watching The Town." I wasn't, but I was also respectful too. The one thing that they asked me that didn't pertain to it, they're like, "Where do you get your shit?" I'm like, "I look for people on bikes in the projects." He's like, "Yeah, he's not telling us nothing." Fuck, I just got arrested for robbing the same bank twice. I'm the biggest dickhead in the fucking history of the fucking Commonwealth. I think I'm the only asshole from Southie who's done that and doesn't have a shamrock on my neck though.
No, you don't
know
have a
what I mean? No.
shamrock?
I want to get a shamrock tramp stamp. I have no tattoos.
No. Wow.
Imagine? None.
Yeah, well, that's kind of rare.
I think I'll get addicted once I start. You know what I
We
mean?
have a
That's
ton.
what happened.
You have a ton?
We are both.
I will cover myself in the dumbest
I have a
shit.
tramp stamp too, which is terrible.
Hilarious.
But that's because I'm old enough that I got tattoos long enough ago that it wasn't called a tramp stamp.
Is it a
when I
Miller?
did
Is it a Miller Lite thing logo? What is it?
No, it's the Tasmanian
Miller
Devil
Lite.
with Budweiser.
No fucking way.
No, I'm only
No,
kidding.
I was
No,
gonna
No
say.
way. Do you know when I was a kid, I wanted to get the Tasmanian Devil with stoned eyes. I thought it was gonna be the coolest
Yeah,
thing.
right,
Thank God
yeah.
I didn't do these things. You know what I mean?
Of course.
No, a cousin of ours has the Roadrunner.
No, sir.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
but he's older, so I get it. I know mine's skull with fire. I got it because I had
Get
a
outta here.
motorcycle, and when you drove a crotch rocket back then, well now
Yeah,
still
yeah.
your shirt goes up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like at 19, 20
You were like,
years
let's
old.
let people see the
Like,
fucking
like it's cool.
Johnny Cage Ghost
Yeah,
Rider.
and then it all of a sudden became a tramp stamp because girls that were on the back of bikes started getting
Oh.
them.
Is that where it came from?
And and then that's why it's called a tramp
I've seen
stamp because
craziest tramp stamps ever. One that I saw, it's not a tramp stamp, it was actually down a girl's spine. I'm with her at Encore. It said, "Go fuck yourself." GOFUC. I'm like, so you get
creative.
behind her, and I'm like, wow, this girl's fucking good for her.
yeah. Well,
Good
imagine
deal.
if a girl had something tattooed down her spine. That's so when she was bent over and you were looking down it, you could read it going that way. That would be
Imagine.
pretty cool.
That's actually creative.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I'm sure somebody's got thought of it. They think of everything.
I've never seen it.
Honestly,
I've
at
only
this-
seen the W's.
At this point in my fucking life, you could pay me to put a fucking advertisement on my back or something if I could walk around with it.
Depends on how much money we're
Yeah,
talking.
yeah. You know what I mean?
You know what I
Like,
mean?
people are getting fucking tattoos in their faces for companies, and it's out of control. This
Now
dude-
you can get shit removed too.
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
You know?
Pete Davidson's doing that, I guess, right?
He got them
did it,
all.
right? He got them all
Yeah,
removed.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Dude,
he had some
imagine.
real terrible ones.
He said it was painful.
Can you
I'm sure it is.
imagine? You just sat there through all those hours because I know my buddy is tatted from the neck all the way to his fucking feet.
Right.
I'll never forget. He got a tattoo. One of them was on his leg, right?
When you have that many, you can get whatever
I
you want.
forget where it was. I don't even
Yeah.
want to say where it was. I do kind of remember where it was, but I'm not even going to say what part of the state because I don't want to call it out. But he got it on his calf and he goes, "You like that?" I was like, "Who's that?" He's like, "Megan Fox." I'm like, buddy, that's fucking Jamie Fox. What the fuck happened? Hey, you should have saw it. It looked like a melting porcelain doll. It looked nothing like her. He goes, "Isn't that badass?" I goes, "Yeah, definitely." But
There's a lot of
From that vampire movie, maybe.
tattoo
Yeah,
fails.
When she,
yeah.
when she was
Jennifer's
in
body.
that one.
Yeah.
She's got hammer thumbs.
Is she really?
Yeah, imagine.
Come on, Megan Fox, bud.
No, I'm not saying I'd hold it against
wish
her,
you-
but she's not perfect.
I wish she
Nobody's
didn't.
perfect.
No, I
alter
know. I'm just
herself.
saying, but that was like something that I,
I hate to see anybody alter themselves. I know it's for their own self thing. Like I took a shot and blah, blah, I took risks. Like I always say, I'm going to fucking lose a testicle. Is it going to be as bad as the COVID shot? I make jokes. Like I'm on a diet shot that people get pancreas problems, this and that. I'm like, listen, if I can get 1 year of seeing my dick again, I'm going to fucking do it.
other
Other than 10 years of
you do.
obesity. I was
right?
never fat until my sister died. I fucking started eating edibles, drinking. I fell off the deep end.
Yeah.
I got so fat. I was literally like, during fucking, I'd be like, fucking so good. 5 minutes, we'll be like, we're going to take a break. No.
Like taking breaks.
If you have to take a break during sex, you're fucking losing weight. And if you can't do it on your own, I made a joke on stage. He goes, I lost 80 pounds since last year. Everyone claps. I'm like, good. No one's clapped me since drug court in 2014. Everyone laughs. And I'm like, my buddy Sully goes, if you shoot that shit in your body, do you understand the side effects? Like, I go, Sully, do you remember I used to shoot dope? You know what the side effects that were? Rubbing the same bank twice.
Yeah.
He goes, what
Yeah,
if you
big
get
on
a sagging
handcuffs.
face? Because they have Ozempic face.
Yeah.
Your cheeks and your jaw sag. He goes, Sully, I was 320 pounds. You should have saw the way my balls sagged. I'll take the fucking risk. I will shoot that thing in my dick
Yeah,
if I
right.
can lose weight. I seen people do it wrong. They get the arm flab. I worked out. I try to do as best as I could because I don't know, but I just try to do all different things in the last year. Lose weight, get on
Yeah, that
stage, do
sounds
therapy.
good, man. I like it.
It'll
Trying.
change.
It's
yeah.
motivation.
I'm still
And you don't
nowhere
need to
near.
stay on it too. Like once you get to a certain goal point, you can stop, right?
I take breaks even though I'm not supposed to. Like I'm on a 3-week break right now and I've
Yeah.
actually lost because I'm trying to focus on.
Well, does
Not
it make
eating
you?
it.
Right, yeah, I
someone
know.
actually had a question.
Well, you're staying
they gave
busy
me.
too, man.
Yeah.
What
yes.
was? Do you lose your appetite when you're on that?
Oh my God, yeah.
So that's you're not
I was
hungry.
on Wegovy, which is similar to Ozempic. Ozempic is for like people who are diabetic. Wegovy's more for non-diabetics. And yeah, oh my God, I was sick. They say only 44% of Wegovy users get sick. Some of them quit within 12 weeks because of how bad it is.
Yeah.
I remember Stu Finer, the gambler in Barstool, he quit after like less than 2 weeks. It's
Really?
bad. It was bad. But I was like, not to compare it to chemo, but I was thinking of what my sister went through. I'm like, if she can do that, I can fucking do this. That's why I kept telling myself, I want to lose weight.
Yeah.
I feel better. I can
I'm
fucking
sure,
hike,
yeah.
walk. It's
Oh yeah,
I
you're
feel
fine.
fucking superhuman compared to what I was. And even my doctor said it. You have all those numbers, your cholesterol, everything went down. Because that's because of weight loss. I just had a tool to use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I cheated a little bit, but I don't like to call it that. It is what it is. I don't know.
Whatever makes you happy, man.
Yeah, it's better than fucking heroin and cocaine to lose weight.
Yeah.
I've
Seriously.
been there
Yeah.
too.
I mean, you know, absolutely. I don't know. Yeah. I mean,
I remember when, like, the BBC days, like the rolling days, I lost like 40 pounds in the summer playing basketball and going clubbing and fucking eating.
because of the speed and staying up all night and not
my
being
dear
hungry.
God. Having house parties like a sicko.
Miss the house parties.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Until I walked into the kitchen and seen people just sitting on my wash machine, drinking my gallon of milk, rolling their nuts off. I'm like, all right, everyone get the fuck. People were shitting with the door open. I'm like, what the fuck? This went from a party to like a fucking shameless.
We used to have a friend that we could just hang at his house, Billy Wood. We would just be at his house. We'd have parties at his house. He was just like it was like extended family. And we were very lucky in that sense. And I think about when you're saying these things, I don't want my fucking kid having parties at my house.
No,
I don't want these kids. I don't want these kids to come to my house.
So like,
I'm
so,
not gonna want
so
that
my,
shit.
my niece is young. She's a teenager, and like she'll have me pick her up sometimes. I say no a lot because I don't want to. Oh, what'd you guys? Oh, we had a sun cruise. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear
Yeah, you
this.
don't want-
I know what I
Yeah.
did at 15.
Oh yeah, no, terrible.
I was in the woods in Plymouth at Ellis Haven
Yeah.
on everything but roller skates. Potty balls, fucking kegs. You know what's funny? We get cuckoo juice for the girls. I drink the cuckoo juice. Like, why are you? That's for the girls, Gary. I'm like, no, it's for me. I don't drink it. Get the fuck away from me.
right.
I go into a place, I'll order a fucking umbrella drink. I do not care.
Yeah,
That's
Lawrence, same thing.
I like Malibu pineapples.
what? It's unbelievable. I want tequila. I want.
And what's the Midori sours is what I used to
Oh my
drink.
god, that's what I used to drink. I used
Nick
to drink
would
those
make
lots.
fun of me. He's like, listen,
Hey, I used to drink those all the fucking time.
they were delicious.
Yeah.
I felt like it was crazy, stupid love. Nick's is like, listen, first off, no more of these drinks with the
That's one of my favorite
umbrellas
movies,
in it.
by the way.
Yeah, it's the best,
One of the
right?
funniest
He's
movies I've
like,
ever seen.
vodka tonics, please.
With lime.
Stop using a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
straw.
yeah.
Stop drinking
using
out of a straw, please.
If
He's
you guys saw some,
stop posting on Facebook, please.
Hey,
like
I'll-
he had a real me.
I'll post it
Go
on
to
Fa-
J Crew. He told me where to go get clothes.
he throws your sneakers over the
He
balcony.
he literally was like, "This is all right." So you go buy the clothes. This is what you're gonna drink. Stop writing this shit on Facebook. He goes, "Trust me, all right, please." And that was
You
it.
need someone like that. That's
He
good.
did.
To pull
He's-
you,
yeah.
to
Yeah,
really back
he's
in.
my cousin, but we've been friends since. as long
I
as
was
can remember.
going through the problems that you were talking about,
Yeah.
and then when I finally made it through my storm,
Yeah.
you know what I
You know,
mean?
I think you still have that screen up with all the.
Oh
slang words.
man, my bad.
I-
I'm trying to be better about that. My fault.
We could go back to the
Yeah,
slang words
yeah.
though. You can do that.
No, I know, but I shouldn't have had it up.
Hey,
the
I'll
whole
give you
time.
one just random now. Do you because it's a really popular one. Gyat. You know what a gyat
Like,
is?
yeah, damn.
Yeah, that
When
is.
they a girl's ass, I see
Yeah,
it on
gyat
every
damn.
comment
What?
of a girl's ass on Instagram
Gyat?
or TikTok.
Gyat.
GYATT, like God, like God.
You say
God
God damn.
damn.
So it's gyat damn.
Yeah.
And so now they're like my gyat.
Let me
Oh,
ask you:
God.
is actually on there?
Actually,
Because that's what's driving me nuts with the kids now. You know
no,
what
but
it means?
it's so funny.
The
Yeah.
same thing as seriously.
Hey, my
Like
little guy.
a kid,
does
a
it.
teenager would be like, actually? I'm like, what the fuck is?
Yeah, fucking
It means,
actually.
it means the same thing as we would say, like, seriously? But they say actually no. I don't know what's
But that
going
doesn't
on.
make any sense.
I-
Seriously, it's like
dude.
saying, "Are you serious right now?"
I know like times change, like music, slang, like we were just talking about, but it's fucking weird. I'm like, actually?
Like Riz.
Riz.
What's Riz?
It's like if you have game, if you can
Yeah,
spit
you
game,
get game.
to
You're
a woman,
romantic. You can
spit
get
Riz.
girls. He's got Riz.
He's got Riz. Yeah, imagine.
Okay. I used to pick up girls when you had to actually talk to them.
I know.
person.
It's so much easier.
You know what I
now.
mean? And like call their phone and talk to them for 3 hours on the phone,
When I
not
got-
text.
When I became single in November, I went on dating apps for the first time in years. I went on Tinder and Bumble, and I never paid for them. Like if I can match and get on a date with a girl, I'm not fucking paying for it. I'll do it with the limited swipes. I paid for both. Never did it before. I did it for 2 days and quit. I was laughing. I was seeing girls that were still on it 8 years later, couldn't find their guy. People I matched with like, oh my god, I follow you on Instagram. I'm like, oh, this is getting weird.
Ben Affleck
But it's
has
so
been
easy.
on them.
Yeah, the Raya app. So that's for more private and like wealthier people who want secrecy. It's called Raya.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yep.
I thought it was Tinder.
So when
I was like-
what we were saying, how easy everything is, like fucking Uber Eats, Tinder. You don't have to go out and talk to people now if you don't want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And scream in their ear at a bar. But that was the fun way of doing it.
Oh, it was the best.
It's got to be
You know what I
different being. I'm not single, but it's got to be different being different single now. I can't even imagine like what.
It's wild.
Yeah.
We used to take the bus to different parts of Revere to see different girls.
When we were,
Oh,
young,
yeah,
I mean, we
yeah.
were younger. We were.
Yeah, when we were little. When we were little kids.
So when I was on a dating app years ago, when I
What,
first got
13,
clean, I purposely
14?
would put my distance out 60, 70, 80, 90 miles because I wanted to meet people outside my circle. I went to
Yeah.
Connecticut, met people, New Hampshire, met these girls. I went fucking everywhere.
I wouldn't have wanted to meet girls from Southie
No.
either.
hey,
I'm only kidding.
we love us out doing, but the reason he's right Because if you make a Southie girl mad,
Not even trying to get clean.
good fucking luck.
Yeah.
She'll probably brand a Newport symbol on your fucking forehead.
She'll stick you. She's
Stick you.
carrying a knife. And her brother or her
100%.
uncle had just got out of jail.
I'll tell you a funny story. My mother's going to hate this. My mother and father were getting in a fight when I was like
And they probably know your
14.
dad from Southie.
Yeah.
So that you're fucked.
Ready? My parents are getting in a fight when I was 14, like a real like big argument, right? And when I always say when a Boston woman gets mad, their accuracy is fucking unbelievable. I had a girl throw a mug at me from I don't know how far. I played basketball with her. She couldn't hit the fucking backboard. She gets mad, hits me right in the fucking head.
Yeah, of course.
My
Every
mother
time.
throws
Yeah.
a fork at my father from here to the stairs. My dad puts his hands up, the thing gets stuck in his fucking hand.
Yeah.
His instant reaction is, she fucking forked me. I laughed so fucking hard. Here I am, like a traumatic moment. We all start dying laughing. I'm like, you two people are fucking sick. But I still laugh. I said, the accuracy in a Southie woman. She's from the bricks.
Phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
She's all nice and like everything. Yeah, throw a fucking knife here like a fucking Chinese throwing stuff.
Well, the old Italians, they would throw their shoe. And,
Imagine.
and it was the Dr. Scholl's that were the wood
The
sandals.
real big
So
ones.
they hit you with that, you're getting concussed.
Yeah, fuck that.
But you know what I mean?
Fuck, Lawrence. I just closed the.
That I oh
No, I messed up.
I was worried that I had the thing open.
What do we, the pyramids, what's up?
That's so funny, dude. No, I messed up and closed the Instagram.
Oh,
But-
so just go so go to hit the new box, yep. And then right there you see the second one over to the left. Go all the way to the left.
Yeah.
There you
Okay, good.
go. Oh, messages left.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah.
We didn't.
No, so what the pyramid stuff. Listen, hey. I mean, it's pretty what
Hey, you know what I think's crazy about current events? Pretty much aliens have been fucking verified by all types of officials from all types of governments, from former Canadian prime ministers to anyone you can think of. The world is so crazy right now, no one gives a fuck. What is going on?
It is crazy. It's
No,
amazing,
alien,
right?
that used to be a big thing. You can't prove it. The only thing was like Roswell. It could have been a Russian thing. Blah, blah, blah. It was fake. Blah. You never really had anything. There was the Betty and Hilda, a couple in New Hampshire who said they got taken. It was never really like, you'd see videos, you don't know if they're real. But now they're literally coming out. Shit's coming out of the ocean.
It's crazy, like you just said it, and I think about this all the time. Literally, there'll be people posting videos, and we say it all the time. We like when we usually will ask towards the end of the show here, do you believe in aliens? Do you believe in conspiracy theories? Like, where are you at with that?
So my whole life, right, you look up at the stars. If you think we're the only fucking planet that has a life form, you're going to be absolutely insane. There are infinite galaxies. There's a zillion.
I do.
You do?
I think that.
Dave is our resident.
You think
negative
we're,
guy.
you think we're the only one?
No, I think that consciousness is a whole other level of what universe is physically versus
Make sure you
molecules
get in the
inside
mic.
your skull.
Really?
Yeah, I think
I kind of like that.
people being intrigued with
I
aliens.
couldn't really
is-
hear what you said.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Okay, so the pyramid thing that happened recently, when they're a lot of the things that I'm seeing anyway about
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I didn't hear what you said.
which thing?
Right before that, when you said what you believe about
About
the
the skull.
consciousness.
Oh, well, there's a school of thought. There's a number of schools of thought. You might call it pseudoscience. You might not agree with it, or you might have a different vibe or a different thing about what you think energy is and what matter is.
I'm
But-
big into that.
Yeah.
I love
Well,
that
I
shit.
mean, it's a lot of people, a lot more, people because of the quantum mechanics
Yeah.
and what people think is the science of quantum mechanics. But the point is, I've raised this before, and this is where I go off, and this we usually edit it out. 'Cause
I
I'm
like
just
this
talking
shit,
too
though.
much
I
shit.
fucking like this shit.
But honestly, it's, what are those molecules inside your skull banging around really? What is the function of these cells together? There's a comedian, I forgot who he is, but he does this routine where he was talking about those molecules in the table are the same makeup as the molecules in your body, right? But your molecules know they're you versus the table. And then when you ask science, when you knock on the table, why don't the molecules penetrate? They don't know. So the point I'm making about quantum physics versus full-on Newtonian physics with gravity and time, space, and all that is there's some school of thought where it's you're conjuring everything.
Yeah,
Like a
so
video
this
game
is-
in a
Yeah,
sense,
yeah,
which
yeah.
I hate to say because he'll go right to
I-
the Matrix and drive me fucking
That's,
batty.
so that's what me and my friends talk about. Where you two just right there, the Matrix, the video game. Like, I sometimes feel the way shit happens. Like you wouldn't believe. Manifestation. People can fucking laugh at me. Is the craziest thing I've ever.
I
seen
agree
in
with
my
you.
life.
I've been a big thing for me.
It's
my
been
whole
going
life.
on for 2 years, and I don't. I can't get a grasp on it. I just think it's wild. Where you said consciousness and shit like that, but when you said video games, I sometimes feel like, am I in a fucking game? Have you ever seen the Stephen King thing, Under the Dome?
No.
It's about aliens putting a town under the dome because they just want to fuck with the people in it. It's literally about young alien kids.
Right.
Oh, really?
But these people in the story, it's a sheriff and they're trying to get help and they can't get out of the
I think
town.
I've
They got a
seen
dome around
bits
it.
and pieces of
It's
it.
basically, I sometimes feel like someone's fucking controlling me. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is it all a game?
No, the whole planet
Well, the
is
thing
the
about
dome. Hey, the whole planet's the dome.
I just
That's-
it doesn't make sense to me. In my thing, I can't imagine that out of all the planets that we're the only one that has any life form
Yeah,
on it.
I don't know.
I know,
why.
but you have to have some basis for that
mean,
other
if-
than intrigue. You
Yeah.
know, like honestly, nobody really. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but if
I know
mold-
any more than.
Yeah.
No, it's what you
Like
believe.
this, like they're seeing these crafts and stuff, but a UFO doesn't mean alien. It just means it's unidentified.
It means
You don't know.
unidentified.
Like it could be another country putting shit in here, like the fucking drone bullshit and all this other
Remember when that was just on the Inquirer and the fucking Stop and Shop, and you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, look at
Now
these
it's all
assholes.
over social media.
Now,
and all
no,
over
but
the
there
news.
was a guy on a congressional hearing somewhere that said they had matter from some.
Right. Yeah.
What was
They had
that
alien
story?
matter. Right. Exactly.
No, it's okay, but I'm just saying it wasn't human.
Non-human biological.
Yes, yes,
matter.
I saw that. I saw
But
that.
they don't know what that really means.
Yeah.
So
And
if it's
the thing
non-human
about the-
biological, does it mean it's alien, or does it mean it's just undiscovered on our planet?
right.
Right.
And,
You just
and
wanna
in
hear
a
something
congressional
wild?
hearing,
You
it's
can-
not a great place to get the right questions.
You can Google this right now. I think he was a former Israeli something security guy. After Trump's first term, he said Trump discovered that there were aliens and wanted to alert everyone. They said, you can't do that. The whole world will go into a fucking panic. And all of a sudden, did you know what was created? Space Force.
Space Force. You know what's funny is
So I
actually
laughed
think
when
I
that
heard
happened. They made a show about it with Steve Carell. I thought, holy shit, Trump's nuts. You have other stuff to focus on. What are you doing with a fucking Space Force? But then you come to find out this guy, it was in the real news. I forget the guy's name. You can look this up. He said he was alerted. He said for 60 years, we've been working with something called the Galactic Federation.
I've heard
The
this.
fucking article freaked
I love
me out.
it, man.
And it's on a real thing. I was like, whoa, wait, what? But I can see Trump getting all paranoid. What's he sleep 3 hours a night? He drinks 12 Diet Cokes, got the Diet Coke
Doesn't
button.
drink,
He's probably like this. He goes,
doesn't, like-
aliens, we're going to get fucked.
Diet Coke button.
We're worried about
Yeah.
China and all these other places. Maybe we should worry about the fucking aliens we're working with because he doesn't trust them. He's like 60 years. I don't know. They could flip out on us. What if they do? This guy basically said we're sharing technology, all this shit. I'm like, that's too much for me to even think about.
When you heard the shit about the pyramids, did you want to pack up your shovel and go to, pick it up and
Guys,
see what the fuck? But you're never gonna.
I know.
You're never gonna know.
I hate-
know.
I
That's what I
wouldn't.
don't like.
Because what about that movie, The Aliens vs. Predator?
Yeah.
When they were in Antarctica and they started
Yeah.
going deep, deep down. Next thing you know, they went into the area
Well, a
where
lot
the
of
aliens
people,
were
a
fighting
lot of
each
people
other.
believe that they're fucking hidden in ice and all that other thing. But back to the pyramids, you know how when they dig up tombs, they find stuff like they would have their cats killed and buried with them, gold,
Yeah.
all this stuff. They found a fucking bowl of marijuana that was preserved, and I said, the joke I made to myself out of it was like, can you imagine being an archaeological student and you're at that dig, you're like, I'm taking a bowl back.
You got it.
Smoke
You got
A
it.
fucking pharaoh or something smoked it. I'm going home and going fucking 7 levels to the next fucking generation.
Imagine.
Are you
another
kidding me?
dimension. That's hilarious.
Imagine.
There's so
They
many.
fu-
Yeah, dude, there's so many theories on what that is, and you start hearing all these conspiracy theories and like that. It's locking aliens down there. That's like a containment facility. There's
Well, how far does it go
energy.
down?
What's that?
It goes down like
It goes
3.
600 kilometers.
As far as as tall as the Wiz Khalifa.
Or no, not 600 kilometers. What am I saying?
Right,
the Wiz
like
Khalifa.
What's it
600
called?
It's
The
half a mile.
Khalifa.
Half a
Half
mile.
a mile.
You ever see the videos when they let people go in there up those like fucking things they built, like the ramps they can walk
Oh,
up in them and stuff?
inside the pyramid. the
Burj
largest
Khalifa,
pyramid,
kid.
there's
Well,
caverns.
I
It's really built for sound travel, right? So
Yes,
you've been
I've
to Reno.
seen-
Tying this to Reno's,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Reno's. I fucking hate how I love the food.
How tight it
Reno's,
is? How
right?
tight it is?
But yeah, it's loud.
Loud, yeah,
Because
yeah.
everybody's
Yeah, yeah.
talking their shit and
Yeah.
you're too close and it's banging off
yeah,
it, and
it
that's
is.
exactly what the pyramids are.
That's funny
built
because
for the frequency.
I've seen something about a guy who went there with an injury with his father. He was an archaeologist, and being inside, like doing a study, he ended up coming out healed. And he believes
What?
it was the sound vibration.
Well, the materials that they use, part of what Joe Rogan goes off about all the time is how they get these stones from this quarry.
I know.
I mean,
like,
that's
how
not just
many
Joe
people-
Rogan,
the
everybody.
reason the reason they use those materials is because there's something about the frequency with which those, I think it's granite. I'd have to look it up, but there is something to the choice of that material.
It is
right?
unbelievable.
And it's also, there's a lot of things about the pyramids that
And
everybody knows
there's no
already, but I
rational-
just, you hear more now because of this thing, right? But this thing also speaks to what may be some of the energy, like what Tesla was selling before. By the way, that story about Trump's
Yeah.
uncle being part of the, I don't know if it was CIA or FBI.
Yeah.
Tesla dies. They took all his stuff and put it in like
Yeah,
storage
30
somewhere. and they
30
I
never
guess
did anything with it.
Edison stole a lot of his shit too.
That's true.
Oh,
yeah.
Edison was the thief.
But the thing about Tesla is that he was supposedly, the rumor was he was working on something that was energy.
Free
Over the air.
just
Eiffel
pulling
Tower.
air out,
Wasn't
energy
it
right
Eiffel
out of the air.
Tower?
So these could
They were gonna-
be a conduit,
Yeah.
right? And
Yes.
if the Egyptians, and again, this is I don't know fucking anything, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But the hydroelectric power, at some point, you could make what is the greatest grounding you could have, right? And having the like a giant battery and the receiver at the
And
top.
they don't want us to have
Well-
it
And it's
because-
not just those pyramids that are, you don't know
Well,
what's
how about
underneath.
this though?
Wait a minute. It's not just those pyramids. Anything in, they're all over the world.
yeah.
That same structure,
Yes.
that same
They,
kind of
they say they're under the
physicality.
ice, you know.
Yeah, I believe
Like
I-
pyramids under
Something
the
to be
ice and
contact.
shit.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, now imagine this, right? So you're sitting here saying to yourself, first of all, how they build a pyramid. Second of all, how did they dig something so deep as the Burj Khalifa, right?
Yeah.
But the reality of imagine it wasn't
Deep as Wiz Khalifa.
I said it already.
No.
I already said the Wiz
Yeah.
Khalifa, and
Yeah.
me and him laughed. But because I was serious.
I missed it.
Wiz Khalifa.
yeah. But imagine that it was never buried, that was actually
Yeah.
buried by an asteroid or some type of natural event that blew all this soil and buried the entire planet got buried. And then that brings you into the theory that technology was far advanced
There's
and
a
it
big
runs
gap.
in cycles, right?
There's a big gap. And the way they were harnessing energy is something beyond that we've
right.
anything
And the
we've
way
done.
that they build a pyramid is something that
Well,
we can't.
and it was a conduit, right? So back to I don't know how the rest of it fits together, but honestly, if it's not just the pyramids, they might be the most colossal that we know of, all right? But there's above ground that they haven't penetrated with that radar yet, right? Because everybody's going around with you don't need a big grant to dig it up.
So I mean,
Right, you
but,
can
but
just-
to your point earlier about that they're everywhere,
Yeah.
that they're using that radar all over the planet now.
Right.
The Amazon, there's a ton of these pyramids they're finding in
Isn't this unbelievable?
lost town cities and
Things
civilizations.
that look similar
buried.
that
But
the different sides of
yeah,
the world.
I mean they're all over the place. There's pyramids. They believe there's pyramids in the United States. The crazy. My point is that there's this theory, and I think about it a lot. Is the theory that this technology has far surpassed where we're at. And the human race ends up either killing itself or being attacked when you reach a certain point or natural disaster, but whatever it is, it's rebooting technology. And we keep getting to a point. So there's this theory that all of these things, and there's an entire civilization and some natural event happened or a non-natural event. I don't know. Maybe we did it to ourselves, but destroyed everything and buried it all.
That's what I always believed. I always believed that we had already reached this point or even further, and it started over again after an ice age. So my thing is, I think the Earth is a fucking organism. I think if you keep fucking taking all these things for your batteries and fucking coal and power, you're just destroying the fucking Earth, and it's going to respond by hitting you with everything it fucking has to try to get
Like
you to
that
stop.
movie with Mark Wahlberg. The Planet.
100% happening. So,
They're happening.
movie's terrible, but like,
It is.
I like M. Night Shyamalan movies. Some of them
Yeah.
are good, but that kind of thing, like the
Can't always hit
the
all
Earth
of
will fucking fight back.
yeah.
Tsunamis, mudslides, anything. You keep fucking digging shit. I think it's gonna.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I tell you what, I want to go visit the pyramids now.
Nah, me too.
I'd
Yeah,
love to get fucking
I'd be
stoned
nervous.
and-
I'd be nervous to get down there. What I want to know is this: how long does it take to build a pyramid? And like, if it took so long, because I've built buildings.
Hey, remember how you just said there might be pyramids in like America?
Yeah.
Imagine if there was one in Revere.
No.
Yeah, it was underwater.
What? I'd be like, listen, I'm going to
Under
buy
the
this. I'm
water.
going to turn into a fucking roast beef spot right now.
Like
The
no,
pyramid.
dude,
Dude, we're hanging out at the pyramid Friday
a
night.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Matt,
I want
a
to
fucking Dunkin' pyramid.
Revere has Dunkin'
Pyramid-shaped
Donuts across the street from each other.
That's unbelievable.
That's fucking hilarious.
Dunkin' Donuts is unbelievable, isn't it?
So there was a recent story about there's a thesis, and it fits into some other previous stuff that the sun behaves as a living organism in some way, right? The sun, the greatest energy of, right? The recent panpsychist turn in philosophy opens the possibility that self-organizing systems at all levels of complexity, including stars and galaxies, might have experience, awareness, and consciousness.
That's crazy.
The organismic, yeah, or holistic philosophy of nature points to the same direction. Meanwhile, field theories of consciousness propose that some electromagnetic fields actually are conscious, and that these fields, by their very nature, integrative, which means everything is talking to each other and has some conduit between it. You know, that's a whole other thing about
That's like the
quantum entanglement.
It is, yeah. Right.
The whole Earth communicates.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the quantum entanglement is a whole other thing that I'll just skip around. The quantum entanglement is where you have particles that can have nothing between them and communicate.
Well, there's I forget exactly what the experiment was, but they took some of this and separated it from people and inflicted stress or pain on the person, and then tested this, the particles elsewhere, and they were reacting the same as the person. So they can be in two different places.
Fucking wild.
With the gap, right?
And then we get back to the double slit experiment. Go ahead.
No. The gap is that what happens on a subatomic level doesn't happen like to your refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? You can't behave as a wave if you're a solid piece of matter like that piece of table sitting in front of you. But the atoms inside it do.
That's so fucking.
David, why don't you believe in me?
That's amazing, by the way.
David, this is God, David. I don't like that you're so denial of what's going on.
Dave, yeah, you don't. But
Anyway.
so, pretty interesting, and honestly, dude, it was great. It's great having you here. And
Sorry, I zoned out for a second.
No, that's okay, man. Are you kidding me?
I honestly, it was a pleasure. You guys are awesome. Thank you for having me.
Do you want to shout out again your shows coming up in all your
you can catch me most Wednesdays at Capo, every Wednesday at 8. Shout out to Will Noonan and the crew there. But April 25th, Chelmsford Center for the Arts. And then April 28th, I will be hosting an event at Club Cafe. It's a live comedy taping special for both Will Noonan and Andrew Breen, two hysterical dudes. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that's it.
It's underwear night, right?
And follow boy from Boston 617 on Instagram.
Yeah, they give them a follow, and you're always posting where you're gonna be and things, updates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You got your links in there.
Yeah. I'm surprised I'm not going live while I shit at this point. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be like the fucking Truman Show pretty soon. You know what
Another
I mean?
great movie, dude. Like, I'm so influenced by the movies you brought up. Honestly, the movies that impact me, and that's for some reason, that's one of them.
Well, the way I don't get recognized on the level like a lot of creators, but like I get recognized a lot now, and it's fucking surreal. I had a lady take a picture of me while eating. I'm at the Yard House. She just takes a fucking picture.
It's awesome.
It's
so
awesome.
I thought she was pulling out to show her boyfriend, this is the guy. And so I'm with someone, and they're like, yep, I hope I look okay, because they just took our photo. You know what the woman messaged me the next day? I'm so sorry. I've only seen a celebrity twice in public. The first time was Tom Selleck in Hawaii on the set of Magnum P.I. That shows you how old this woman was.
Wow, hilarious.
And then she goes, and now you. I goes, I'm not a celebrity, but thank you. This is really nice. She goes, I didn't mean to do that. I take screenshots of everyone. I goes, it's a fucking photo. A screenshot. I'm a human being.
Yeah.
Come up and ask to take a picture. I'd be fucking absolutely.
Right.
What the hell? But then I put myself out there. Like, you know what I mean?
Listen, I'm not going to lie. When anybody ever says, hey, I watched the podcast, you guys made me laugh, it makes me, you know what I mean? I'm happy. I'm glad. Great. You know, I'm glad people are finding joy in it. And I'll tell you, this episode, we're going to have some good fucking shorts.
Yeah, we are.
We have some good runs of you saying some funny shit.
Yeah, we are.
You know? So, hey, listen, if you're not already following us, give us a follow. Hit the button. Don't be a tool.
Let's fucking go.
You know what I mean? Really. Hit the like button, follow, subscribe, show some support. Go hit the boy from Boston if you're not already following him. 617. I'm sure you are. But if not, give him a like and a follow. Go out and see some live comedy.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe we'll have you come back too when the weather's warmer.
I would love to.
Be awesome.
I would love to.
All right.
If I don't get out of this basement alive, just find out where the fuck I am, all right?
Yeah, right? And I'm, work in progress.
Work in progress. That was awesome. We are gonna.